Hey guys, welcome to another live lesson of Pro Teaches Noob, my big 150th lesson, and today's a special day. Today, if the man was still alive today, would have been Stan Lee's 100th birthday. So here to celebrate our, so far, people can rotate in and out throughout all this. We've got Dead Guy, Raymond,
Hello.
and Englentine joining for the first time on this show.
Hey, true believers. How's it going? Oh, okay. Old man moments back. I'm sorry. We were we were talking about something on the back. I was like, I forget what we were talking about. We were talking about where were you when you heard
Stan Lee died.
Stan Lee. And yeah. I mentioned I was with Tim Lim and Doug Ernst. We were at Disney, and I was sitting in the Polynesian Hotel lobby waiting for them. I forgot what they were doing. And here I am. At the time, I was what, 48, 49? 49-year-old man crying in the middle of a DC, in a Disney hotel room. Ooh. And I was like, Stan Lee, I want to talk to somebody. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. But me, I was at work. I'm not at work. I was at home working from home at that point, I believe. And I heard about it. I was just like, what? I mean, I knew it was coming. It was one of those cases where kind of not as much like Perez, but similar, where I felt like, it was going to be inevitable.
The guy was reaching 100. I mean, he was,
he was reaching 100, but his health is deteriorating ever since his wife passed. Let's be honest. And what that horrible guy was doing to him.
There were some horrible stories.
The blood stuff, from what I heard.
Yeah, his blood was stolen from him, and they had a deal with some independent comic book to put the blood into the ink and sell those comics.
What the hell?
Clarify something for me, because I heard a lot of shit about, I guess his daughter was also doing some freaky stuff too.
Yeah.
His daughter was thanks for the check, Dad. See you next. Never. She was one of those types. I did quite a few videos on it when it was happening. To me, it was like, somebody come along and save Stan Lee, please.
And they did. And thankfully, a bunch of comic pros, from what I understand, they did save him. Thankfully.
They did the best they could. I mean, the guy was a really kind individual, and everybody that was close to him took their turn screwing him. And to me, that
unfortunately, and he's been screwed over many times throughout his life. But that's not what we're here for. We're not here.
We're here for comics.
We're here for comics. We're here to talk about the good for Stan Lee. And one of the prime examples is something that I really like, even for its ups and downs, its flaws and everything. I really love this book. Just imagine Stan Lee creating the DC universe, where he's no longer having this exclusivity held to him at Marvel. There's this brief moment. Michael Uslan, best known for being the guy who solely owns the movie rights to Batman and everything, went up to him and said, how would you like to do something at DC? But not just something. We need to make this special, because he remembered one time going when Batman came out, he had Bob Kane and Stan Lee all together. The two were talking, and Bob saying, if I was drawing Spider-Man, I sure would have done this. And then Stan said, well, if I had created Batman, I tell you. And Michael just could not remember the rest of the conversation, because he just kept focusing on the idea of what if Stan Lee created Batman? And that's where eventually, once he got the opportunity, he jumped at it. And this is where this product came about. And and basically, it's in name only. Most of these, some of them might be close to the characters. There's going to be a lot of parallels to Marvel characters, obviously. But throughout all of this, and it's not just Stan working on this. You have a bunch of hodgepodges of big-name people, most of those who were at DC at the time, doing all of this. And they were doing it to the Marvel method. They would talk it out. The artists would come up with, would draw things out, and Stan would then add in his own dialogue to it. But they would at least plan out all of these different characters. Unfortunately, some of these creators are no longer with us. I'll get to those when we get to it. But look at this cover, first of all, right here by Stuart Immonen.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Batman's an actual bat.
Batman is Man-Bat. That's what it looks like on the cover.
Come on, let's move. There we go. Not exactly, but we open up with the very first one. What?
Look like Storm Shadow. Sorry.
No, this is Batman, and the artist is the late great Joe Kubert.
That looks so cool.
Yep. As we open up with Wayne Williams is there with his mother. His father who was a cop, had passed away. He died being gunned down by never given a chance. And of course, his mother saying, he wouldn't want us to be bitter and everything. As they're heading home. They're seeing how downhill the neighborhood's gotten. They see someone is getting beaten up by Hans Horgum. That's the guy who actually was responsible for the deaths of Wayne's father. And his mother tries to stop, saying, "Stop, you're hurting him." Yeah, right. That's the idea. You got a problem with that, Aunt Lady? Of course, Wayne is saying, "Come on, Mom, we got to go. Ain't our fight. Guy probably deserved what he was getting." Of course, Hans feels like, "Hey, yeah, they just buried his old man." Of course, his mom chastises, saying, "You can't say he deserved it. I had to say something, otherwise they would have gone after you." He eventually goes, he works at this one shop. He sees Hans over there with this one girl. What's her name? We'll get to her and get to the name in a moment. But so I don't remember right off the top. But they see someone's coming in to be a drive-by happening. He ducks out of the way. Hans does, but Wayne, being the heroic guy, jumps in and gets the girl down to the ground. Of course, Hans, being the ungrateful ass, is being all, "Hey, who said you could save and mess with my lady? No 2-bit punk acts like a hero when I'm around." Yeah. And they start to go crazy. Even it starts to give him an opening. Even it's like, "Give me your best shot." Oop, nope, no good. And he just brings him down to his knees until the girl stops him. But Hans isn't done with that, as he then decides to, the next day, come in, rob the joint, and claim that Wayne gave him a tip. Unfortunately, though, the boss is believing him. He's like, "You slimy fink, you set me up." Gets gunned down, and the shot knocks him out, or causes him to fall unconscious. Then they knock Wayne out, put the gun in his hand. And unfortunately, this leads to a kangaroo court trial where the ungrateful store owner sings, "Ungrateful punk, after me giving him a job, they must have been fighting over the money after I got shot. That's how he got knocked out." And unfortunately, they just go with that, and he's locked away. And they're throwing the book at him. I mean, wow, right? Unfortunately, I wouldn't be surprised if that happening. Are you? Any of you?
That store does not have CCTV?
Look at how this guy is. I doubt it.
Okay.
Come on, look at this guy. This looks like a penny pincher who feels that would be too expensive.
No, this is obviously New York, right?
He's got a recorder with no tape in it.
Actually, this is in L.A.
Oh, way off.
All of these are going to be in Los Angeles, meant to be the opposite of New York from Marvel.
Okay, I got you.
But Wayne takes up a job in the sewing room area of the prison. Of course, they harass him a little bit for it, but nothing too bad comes out of it. But he feels like, "I got to get my mind off of Hans, or else I'll end up in a padded cell." So he decides to keep an eye on the bats. One of them comes down, gives him some food, and he sticks around, kind of becomes his pet. Meanwhile, we see Hans talking with the rest of his gang and trying to make a point to his girl about basically saying, like, the guy got what he deserved and all that. And we then see, but he's been there for a little while now. So he comes out to where they see a bunch of them working out. Sees this one guy messing with his old man. Starts saying, "Hey, man, I'm going to use you as my lift instead." Picks him up, but he's all, "Hey, Corgo, leave him alone. He wasn't bothering ya." "Yeah, punk, you're right. He wasn't bothering me, but you are." Starts to toss him around and everything. And before he feels, "Yep, that's it, no more, and enough of that, I'm bored," the old man helps him up, and turns out we find out later he's right. They live right, and they are in the next cell over. But he gives him a point saying, It's too late for me, but those barbells, use them. Build yourself up. No need to become a victim. And go to the library. Develop your mind. Don't waste your time here. But yeah, he realized he's next door, and his name is Frederick. Oh, come on. Frederick Grant. And basically, he was assigned to a factory that was polluting, tried to damage the machinery, got caught, so he got thrown in. He then decides to take up the man on his on what he suggested. So he goes there, and turns out not all the prisoners are jerks. They actually decide to help him out and give him some pointers, pointing out, don't try to be Schwarzenegger overnight. Start slow. It's the reps that do it. As we see him start to work out and, well, become like that. And, what?
As a damn.
Yeah.
Not sure how to about those shorts, but yeah, damn.
Yeah.
It looks like he just sort of cut his prison pants into his shorts and left the bottoms on. That's what I'm gathering.
For leg warmers.
That's something,
Yeah.
man.
Exactly. Eventually, Frederick is out. He's already done his time, so he's leaving. But he took up on his word about reading a bunch of the all those books there. Well, eventually finds out his mom died because there was no one there to take care of her. She died before he could prove he was innocent. Never got a chance to make it up to her. So now he's that feel of vengeance is coming back again. Meanwhile, we find out the Church of Eternal Empowerment, led by Reverend Dominic Dark, who is speaking out saying, our church must grow, our power must increase, our mission must not fail. So one of his worshipers actually works there at the prison. And, I think I got someone else who joined in. Hey, Tavia.
Yeah, so I was late.
No worries. No, don't worry, dude. People are going to be coming in and out throughout this stream.
Okay.
As I was saying, they open it to let in a bunch of people who can fill the ranks, more hate-filled and vengeful souls. So they're let out, and they have no idea what's going on, but they're like, hey, we ain't complaining. Of course, Wayne is telling them, wait, use your head. You'll never make it past the guards. Corgo, feeling he has nothing else to lose because he's a lifer, decides to go after the warden and use them to get out of there. It's not going to work, but he feels like, fine, I'll kill him. But Wayne decides to stop him, fights all of the guys, and is able to toss them all around.
Yep.
And, well, because he helped out, he was able to actually get time off for good behavior and got himself pardoned, too.
Wait, what? Why?
Because, he helped he stopped the riot. He single-handedly quelled the riot. That's why.
And saved the warden's life.
Yeah, and saved the warden's life.
All because he did push-ups and...
All because he did that, he was able to take them all.
Yeah, okay. There was there any scene where he was learning how to fight?
Yeah. It looks like he was being more of a brawler than anything else.
Against 100 brawlers.
This is Batman, right? This is
Batman. This is the Batman one, yes.
I was wondering about that. Oh.
I mean, he only has to buy time until the guards arrive.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, of course, he's now got a mustache and everything. And, you got ex-con written all over you. $5 a night. Pay in advance or get lost. $5 a night. Wow. That's robbery.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
robbery.
Yep, but he brought the bat with him and everything. But he realizes if he's going to make a move for Hans, the mobster and everything, he realizes he needs to change his look a bit. So he shaves his head and his head so he's bald. But now he also realizes that's still not going to be enough. So, he's powerful, well protected. Probably thinks I'm just a punk. No threat to him. Plus, he also needs money to level the playing field. So he sees a wrestling get-up and sees him wearing a bunch of, costumes. So he decides, hey, I'll do that. I'm a whiz with the sewing machine. But boy, look how much he's changed. Look how he was when he started. And he wasn't there that long, but building up the muscle seemed to age him.
Yeah, he's like an old man now.
Even though he's not that old. He hasn't been there that long.
Well, I can honestly say...
Fighting 100 prisoners might age you.
Okay, so that wasn't actually a costume. He wasn't really a bat then.
No, it isn't a costume.
He just has a very realistic mask.
I can say, however, balding does age you. I'm only 25. So.
Hey, I'm balding myself.
I cut my hair.
But look at this. Would you believe a wrestling group would allow this big of a costume?
No, I think we're in a costume.
The wings are a bit much.
Yeah, but
Well,
Batman,
the
Schmatman.
hat, the helmet looks fine.
Wait, okay, so he decides to become Batman. He makes himself a costume, and then
To
the
be a
first thing he
wrestler,
does,
the whole point is to be a wrestler, to gain money and everything.
so Stanley
you get all
said,
the money,
"Hey,
you'll
you
get
know
all the
what? If
gadgets,
I
and
wrote
then you'll be
Batman,
able-
I would make him Spider-Man."
Yeah, that's what I was about to
Well,
say. Even Spider-Man's origin.
Kind of.
Well, kind of. No powers though in this regard. He's doing
Okay.
this entirely for the money.
Not yet.
But yeah,
He gets
Yeah.
bit by
Batman's
the
mom has
radioactive
died.
spider in the next issue, or the
yeah, but I
radioactive
love this.
bat.
Then after prison, this is a picnic. I'm stronger and faster than most of them, and there's something else going for me. Everyone's scared of bats, so my costume throws them off. The more I win, the more they pay me. So ain't no way Batman's gonna lose. All right, and as long as I never unmask in public, they'll keep coming, hoping someone will tear my mask off. What does he think this is? A
Lucha daughter.
Mucho Libre?
Mucho Libre.
And the fact that no one still knows his real identity, I doubt that would happen in
Yeah, I got
wrestling.
bullshit on that. I
Someone
understand
behind the
what you're
scenes knows.
And does this guy look like Aang to you? Look at that arrow.
No.
The arrow.
Oh yeah,
I saw that.
It looks like
Avatar.
Avatar,
the Spider-Man
Aang.
movie.
Yep. But yeah, why do you refuse to let the public know what you really look like? How do you know this isn't my real face? Now look at this. Look at all the stuff he gets. Look at it. The cereal. He gets all this lucrative stuff. Finally, the wealthiest, most famous wrestler, and finally, the wealthiest and most famous wrestler of all finds the perfect place to call home, a mansion in Hollywood Hills overlooking the glittering lights of Los Angeles.
Wait,
And,
how
now
to,
he's
to
rich.
get that mansion? How do you buy the links? How do you buy the all that money to buy all the stuff?
No, he got all this stuff from wrestling.
No,
And these are all his endorsement
that.
deals. These are his endorsements.
He's a cereal.
So
I mean, he's
and then he
hero.
decided to buy a mansion that after the first hard rainfall is going to end up in a the way those things
Oh,
work
look at
is
this
they-
artwork.
Yeah.
Look at this artwork.
That's really cool.
that
Undeniably
was
cool.
great.
That's awesome.
The guy was known as Spawn.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he does
a
look a bit
little
like
bit,
Spawn.
yeah.
But Joe Kubert, God rest his soul, what such a
Yeah.
classic act. But yeah, so he feels like now it's ready. But first, he still needs a little bit more help, as he also looks about Frederick and decides to bring him on board. Hope he's still at the address he gave me before his release. And so there he is, smashes through, but reveals himself and basically says, "It's a long story. I need your help." So, and so he
After I
basically
break your
reveals to
window.
him, "I have money, skills, and strength, but you have wisdom and knowledge." So basically, in other words, Frederick is his Alfred.
Mhm.
That's an Alfred. It reminded me of Lucius Fox.
Wait,
A bit of that
he broke into his friend's house, broke his window.
But he's bringing him over to live
I
at
need
his
your help.
place.
And then
Yeah,
kidnapped him.
that's.
No, he came willingly. He came willingly.
Yeah, he really-
Open the window and walk in. You don't need to break in.
Well, to be fair, remember, he gave the plot. This is all Joe Kubert's artwork, and Stan's just winging it.
Yep. What,
So
what-
Joe is the
Stanley-
one who just. So Joe is the
Yeah,
one who
that's
decided
true.
to have him smash right through.
The Marvel way the Marvel way would say Stanley would go, and then he visits his friend. Joe Kubert draws how he visited. So yeah, this is his fault.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But anyway, but he's basically saying, "I want you to duplicate these bat powers for me." So bats can see in the dark. So they gave him night vision lenses instead of the sonic stuff. No, they give them the radar sense. It wouldn't be hard to give your mask an electronic sense that will magnify sound. A bat can fly. Why not you? Figures the cape. Bats aren't bulletproof, but there's no reason you couldn't be. But then here's the dumb part. Perfect. Send as much as you need and spend as much as you need, but do it fast. One other thing, Doc. I want to keep a low profile. From now on, we pretend you own this house. I'm just your bodyguard. Okay. And now, if he bought the place privately, in quiet, in secret, I could somewhat believe that then, especially if he's still keeping it, on the down low. But it's still a stretch.
That is true. That makes no
Yeah,
sense.
his name is.
You
still
would think
Ryan.
I'm
his
confused.
name's on the deed.
Exactly. Unless he signed it as Batman.
Did they know I had no
Possibly, but then there's the issue that they're going to have his friend here says that it's his house, but it belongs to Batman.
That down.
Right. But anyway,
Right.
so he then heads on over there, and Hans is basically telling the girl how you better you'll either marry me or I'll put you in a lead kimono.
No.
And
What?
so basically, like, you claim me, yet you threaten me. Yeah, you got that right. So
Chuck,
you just,
I'll bounce kick his ass. Oh, he did.
he does. Comes right in, glides right in, and yeah, puts up a good fight against Hans. Even though Hans is still a tough, strong mother effer.
Yep.
So, the Kevlar helps and everything. They put up a good fight. And thanks to the mask, the padding in the mask, he's able to survive that punch. But then Hans charges at him, and he kills him.
No! Like from RoboCop.
Yep, and we get her name finally, Nita. How did he know her name?
Maybe he's your girlfriend? Well,
No, that's Hans's girlfriend.
Ow.
But then she's saying, like, I pray for something to free me from Hans, but not this, not murder. Whoever you really are, your mask doesn't give you the right to kill. You don't understand, Nita. You don't understand. How do you know my name? I can't tell you. She's got no job, no place to go. I'll have Grant contact her. Say he needs a secretary. No matter what she thinks of me, I want her in my life. What the heck?
What? But
that went to 11th.
Is this going to be a daughter thing?
No. The thing is, though, we don't see her again. And remember this, and except for when they meet up in the JLA, very rarely do we see anything intercept from, these books into the other books, except for Dark.
Ow. That's annoying.
But yeah, be warned, another player has unwittingly entered the game. He is known as the Batman, but his power is nothing compared to mine. As easily I have created his image, with the merest shrug I make it vanish. And as easily as I destroyed his image, so shall the Batman be destroyed. Now, let the game begin. As we get down
to be continued.
Well, pretty much. Well, yeah, we get this these backup stories as well that Michael Uslan worked on. And the artwork here is Michael Kaluta doing the artwork here. No dialogue, just you see this Batman strikes, paper blows all over the place. People are looking at it, until eventually one kid finds it and woo! Oh, and look at this other cover by Adam Hughes.
That's cool.
So
that's really cool.
People know that he's the guy, the famous wrestler, right?
They know he's the wrestler, but they seem to then move on and just take it like the wrestler's now become a vigilante.
A vigilante.
Wow, he lost all of his freaking endorsements.
Yeah.
Yeah, knowing Stan, he's writing it like, he has more than enough money just to retire already.
Gatorade's like, we're pulling our contract.
Can I just say that when did this come out?
2000,
2002.
2002.
Yeah, 2002, 2001, 2002.
Wow, so we had a black Batman 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Before Jace Fox and
before
everything.
Jace Fox came and messed everything up, which is so stupid.
Boy, times have changed. People bitch about anything.
Oh, Angleton. I saw a green screen. Nice.
Yep. Oh, let me take a look. Oh, nice. Yep. But yeah, now here's Wonder Woman with art by Jim Lee.
Yeah.
I know the Wonder Woman.
I love how her pants seem to glow.
Yeah, but basically,
that's really cool.
We set up with Greeks. We deal with the Aztec gods.
I've got to bounce because I just lost my entire YouTube thing, including about 3 hours worth of work of a video I was downloading. So,
I'm sorry.
You guys have a great time.
Thanks for coming here for the start, England team.
I'm gonna go and cry my coffee. Have fun, kids.
I'm sorry, dude.
Sucks, man.
I'm sorry, man.
See ya.
All right, bye.
See ya. But like I said, we're dealing with the Aztecs. In this case, Manco Capac arose from the sea, brought forth his golden staff, and led his people until he led them to their quest ended. And he slammed his staff into the earth, creating the fabled city of Cuzco.
What?
Cuzco? No, this is going off of Aztec myths.
Cusco's poison?
Is he supposed to be like? Is he supposed to be like the?
He's trying to Zeus.
Man?
No. This is just a Greek god. All right, this is not Greek, Aztec god.
Aztec mythology. Aztec mythology is very confusing. The only one I know from Aztec
wait, what's his name?
His name was Manco Capac.
Manco Capac.
Wait, what the
Kapak.
heck?
I love it.
Kapak. I thought I was like, wait,
I got
Kapak.
one for Hanukkah.
I thought they
Yeah.
pronounced that Kapak.
But anyway. But now Cusco has now become a
All this artwork.
yeah, it's just falling to ruins. As we see, Maria Mendoza is there. She's looking at what was once the jewel of the Incan Empire, but now look at it, being destroyed by the rich and powerful Armando Guitez, the man who's been putting through the money for all this. And funny enough, before Wonder Woman Earth 1, we got a Black Steve and Trevor.
Oh
Cool.
yeah,
Dude, this is
I
cool.
forgot to show what's in this book.
Well, holy shit.
Yep. Of course, it's like, how dare you mention science in the same breath as Armando Guitez?
Yep.
I despise him and all he stands for. So he's basically revealing how the place is being demolished. Now, of course, real life, this wouldn't be happening. But for the sake of fiction, we look at this like, oh, this guy's so rich, he's able to buy off governments to allow it.
I don't
No
know.
way,
South
no,
America-
the
South
government out there
America, that might happen, man.
saying it could be bad
Oh,
government.
you're talking. Wait. What were you saying, Raymond?
I was like, in South America, that shit might happen. Those people are corrupt as shit. The government.
Absolutely.
Oh, trust me. Wait till you see what we get further
Absolutely.
with this.
Here's 50
Uh,
bucks.
It gets weird.
Exactly.
Oh, no. Wait till we get further with this. But yeah, it turns out they're finding these relics that actually hold great power in them. One of them had broken, releasing a demon, which we'll see later. We see I just blanked on Maria meeting up with her father, who is this town's official ways or judge, and basically then leading to a moment of him just summing up out of the blue the story about a poor farmer bringing his wife and new baby to the hospital. They were stopped by banditos. The wife got killed, and eventually he revealed, he was the farmer, which she never knew until this point. Again, just out of the blue, he's bringing this up.
This seems very, very confusing and very convenient.
But yeah, they meet up with the police. Give us your money and we'll find your wife's killers. They left me no money. Then we'll take your truck. Later, I saw them laughing and dividing the spoils.
Sounds
Okay.
about right.
So I'm gonna want revenge.
So, well, yeah. No, on that day, I swore a sacred oath. I would never would I be a victim again. But unfortunately, that's exactly what he has because he's working under Guitez. This guy here.
Oh, that asshole.
Yep,
Yeah.
and he's basically like offering, her to Maria to be his wife. So yeah, we're gonna get a repetitive thing here.
This sounds very repetitive.
Yep. But then when we see this one farmer is trying to make a plea to Maria's father, unfortunately, because Guitez actually owns so much of the police, he has the guy beaten to death.
What?
Like
What the hell?
killed?
Because unfortunately the guy's complaining about stuff that Guitez's men have caused.
Oh. That makes sense.
Now, of course, this one guy tries to run off saying, the guards have seen me. I am lost, but I will not meet the fate of the others. If I must die, let it be with dignity.
Oh, no. He didn't get beaten to death. He just killed himself.
Yeah,
No. That was a separate guy. That's supposed to be a separate guy running because we see someone else getting beaten.
Oh.
Yeah, you can see him
that's the
kind of
same,
running
that's the same
off.
dude. No, it's the same dude.
No, it's not. See, beaten, that's this guy being beaten. We see a different guy running
It's
off.
the same
Oh,
dude.
the guy with the gun.
Oh, okay. I
Look,
see
black
now.
hair, brown hair.
Oh,
Yeah, the
okay.
guy runs away and then
They're wearing the
you know,
same damn
gun.
shirt, though.
They are.
Yeah, color issue.
Wait. Then who's shooting him? Then who's shooting him in the head?
No.
Because-
This other guy shot himself.
I guess there's two people
Oh.
here. One with black hair, one with brown hair, but they're wearing the same damn shirt. I guess brothers?
Yeah, I guess probably.
Maybe,
But
well, maybe they're friends. Maybe they're the same hair color.
yeah, but
knows?
unfortunately though, Maria's father is getting fed up. He is finally, that was like the last straw here. But the police take him away and wait, what the heck? Why is
that?
he giving? I don't know why he did that.
Wait, what?
That's a page. That's a page from the Sandman book. What the hell?
Wait. What the Sandman book?
That's later on. That's
Confused.
later on. That is later on. Hold on. What the hell?
What the hell? What's happening?
That's a wrong page in there, man.
Yeah, it is. Okay,
hate when
give me a
that
moment.
happens.
Give me a moment. Thank God I have the
I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
Hold on. Give me.
Your comments. Everybody ban the commonality. Okay. I'll
Okay,
give
hold
you
on,
a
hold
fine
Okay,
deal, guys.
it's not much. It's not much. It's not much. Hold on.
Alright.
That's
Give me a
way
moment.
too big.
Yep.
we
Nice.
see this moment of her running up to Steve Trevor, jumping in the car, and saying like, "Please, will you help me?" Why not? So that's all that was missing there. That was just weird.
That was weird. Oh, and then
happy.
I got that last Rowan Vaughn, dude. Awesome.
Oh, cool. I have the individual issues.
That's
Nice.
amazing, Debbie. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
But anyway, continuing on. We see then, I do love this. Like, let's just say Senor Guitez is expecting me. My business is personal. You are a man of the world. I'm sure you understand. Nice try, Senorita. But I know all of Senor Guitez's female guests. You are not one of them. Don't sweat it, amigo. She's with me. Turns out Steve works there, but he's undercover, but you don't know that. Of course, she's like, what a fool I was. I thought you were just an archaeologist. I didn't suspect you were one of Guitez's men. Hey, lady, and wait a minute, lady. I was just trying to stay away. Hey, I'll give her props at least. I don't blame her for assuming the worst.
Wait. So
okay. He works for there so he can try and get the stuff out from under Guitez's nose.
No. That's not the issue that I have. Allow me to explain. So she tries to sweet talk her way into there. The guard's not buying it. So the guy next to her, Steve Trevor, is like, yeah, it's all right, man. I work here. It's all cool.
But he didn't know. She didn't know.
No. The guard should have said, wait. Then why did she lie to me? That should have set off warning bells. I'm a security guard. That's what I do, man.
True.
Yeah.
Well, it's comics and company. They only have so many pages to do this. And again, like Englandton said, blame Jim Lee for this.
True.
But yeah.
Oh, you can't see any of it because the view in is a different view.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, we see a lot of you, but not a lot of the comic.
Yeah.
Why is it doing that? Why did it do that? Thanks for pointing that out for me. Thanks for pointing out because I keep zooming. I focus on the page on my screen, so I'm not seeing it.
Yeah.
No.
And you're welcome, man.
Anyway.
With the comics. Anyway.
But yeah, we see another guy getting gunned down until
he's just killing all these guys. Like, dude.
No. These are just regular. These are regular town folks and peasants. He don't care about them.
Oh.
But then once her father then says, "I'll go to the governor." Yeah, what an idiot again! It's like, bang.
He's like a father.
No, I love this. You killed my father, and then he simply says, "Now that he's dead, you can be my bride."
And then she kicks in the ball. Like,
yep. You murdered. I die 1,000 deaths before I let you touch me.
Like killer.
So Steve helps her get hide and everything, and leads them down. Turns out that is where the true city is, where the golden staff still lies. And he explains himself how he's been trying to get a lot of stuff out there. He got two of the most potent ruins that gain great power out from there. But then Steve gets shot, and the ruin gets smashed as well. Of course, Guitez is still mocking him, saying, "Your father's gone. Your erstwhile protector is gone. It seems you are fated to be mine." But then I do like how she looks pissed at him for good reason.
And then a demon shows up.
Yep, a demon shows up, and for she said, "If we're doomed, I pray that you die first. That cannot happen. I am his master, for it was I who unleashed it."
You're an idiot.
Actually, no, he's right because he unleashed it. It obeys him.
Oh.
What? Wait. Huh?
He unleashed the demon, and thus he then says, "Give me your power." So he then starts smashing other ruins until he gains more power, absorbing these creatures. Now, the one that broke free earlier, it was able to regain its sentience. So it comes out, charges through as he is challenged by the creature. So it's just like, attack me for the first time in ages. I sense evil greater than mine, and power enough to match that evil. Attack me if you dare. I dare. And Guitez wins and decides, "I'll leave," because he feels he got all the ruins and things are starting to collapse. But Maria finds the golden staff, and it speaks to her, saying, "Have no fear. Heed these words. Stretch out your hand. Seize you now the golden staff. The deed is done. The prophecy is fulfilled." And thus she becomes Wonder Woman.
They did a weird with Wonder Woman, and honestly, to tell you the truth, I'm not a fan of it. I'm more a fan of traditional origin. This origin is
Yeah, but
weird.
again, the whole point of this is these are all meant to be different. These are not meant to be the traditional characters.
That
They're
is true.
also
Yeah, I'm just
speedrunning
saying
through everything. They're not really explaining a whole lot of stuff.
Well, I'm speeding
Yeah,
through a lot
yeah.
of it, but even this is speed throughing a lot. She just becomes it, and he then gets on his jet plane. Only the pilot's on board. Meanwhile, Maria brings Steve Trevor away from there, but Steve dies. But he gives, and before he does, he gives her a few words, saying it was your destiny to find it. That there's so much evil, maybe you can do so much good. You are now the sun goddess. Of course, she's upset. She feels like she's lost so much. She doesn't even have time to mourn, and she starts to think she might be.
She might. Friend,
well, no, not her best friend, just a new friend.
New friend, my bad.
Yeah, but then, and she feels like she's losing her mind until the staff speaks to her again. It is not by chance that you were chosen. Yours is the spirit, compassion, and courage we have sought for centuries. Do not contest the will of the gods. Seize now the golden staff and behold the wonders. As now we start to get a tutorial lesson that was built into the staff.
Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah, basically now it gives the training. Holding on to it, she can fly, and so long as she holds on to it, and she can travel at almost instantaneous speeds.
So
And then
like
when she lets go, sort of, and when she lets go, it'll move along with her, and then it will transform into this bracelet, a golden bracelet for her to use.
So sort of like the Witchblade from Image.
A bit. There's a bit of that in there. I think that's where Lee was getting some influence from. But then she realized that I must go after Gites. Now, the pilot notices, finally turns around after the whole flight and sees Gites like this. And Gites decides.
Then he dies.
Yep, he dies. Like, why bother landing in an airport when I can crash down anywhere? I will give it that when you're in that powerful of a demon body, why that makes sense.
I mean, that was what was pointed to me in the first place, that it was like, then the huge demon man gets into his private jet.
You don't know where to go. You'll be trapped out there.
No. He's back. They're back in L.A.
Oh, yeah.
So he's crashing L.A. We then see this one guy, Mike Willard, the writer and editor of the National Exposer. He witnesses Gites showing up, and he sees Wonder Woman flying by past. Do not fear. I will subdue the monster. Gites is no longer human. But I wonder, am I the other ruins? They must, because he's trying to find the other two ruins that Steve sent away.
Okay.
That's why he's come here. He wants the last two ruins. But yeah, they fight. And just look how much he's transformed. A whole bunch of demons.
Faces all over his body.
Well, he has multiple demons in him. Remember?
Yeah, he has multiple heads, a tail.
So they're fighting up, and turns out the thing becomes a shield, which then creates energy that can become a lasso, or in this case, a mighty cable. But she wraps him around in it. But then I love what he says then. Female fool, a cable has two ends, and he grabs on and hurls her around.
Yep.
Fair enough.
But then she uses the power of flight to bring him up. And then what does she do then? Drops him right onto the church's spire, killing him.
That seems surprisingly easy.
These people are murderers.
If he had power, shouldn't he survive that?
What?
If he is all that powerful, shouldn't he survive a spike through the chest?
Apparently not.
Sure can kill me. Like I'm all powerful. I'm a god.
Well, to be fair, then she uses the power. He's weakened, so then she uses the power of the staff to finish him off.
Oh.
She then lands. Well, to be fair, this was still self-defense. Come on.
That is true. Yeah.
No, what Batman did was murder.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Batman did murder.
Wonder Woman, it is not.
The guy still charged against him. Batman first.
But Batman didn't have to flip him off the building. No. But yeah. Anyway, she wakes up. She wakes up. Realizing, it wasn't a dream because of the bracelet. She's in there, and it turns out English was a required subject back home. Hence why she knows it already. Then she realizes, great weather, glamorous people, not a bad place for goddessing. And I'll never lack for gossip news. Then she's like, uh-oh, that gives me an idea. And she then decides to go to the paper. And originally she was going to actually reveal herself. until Willard mentions how, whoever it is will, she'll be hounded by the press for the rest of her life. No, never have any privacy or personal life of any type. So then she decides, like, I'm just kidding. I'm sure it'll be very hard to find her. So he brings her on board.
Wait, just hires her right on the spot?
Well, to be fair, it's a tabloid rag, so of
I
course,
would.
I think, and their standards are not that high compared to a newspaper.
I mean, hot chick aside, I mean, you'd still have to have some kind of resume, right?
Yeah, resume don't you need at the all the expansion on the
And
deal
it's,
for them?
again, when did this
You're
ever
hired.
stop Stanley doing the stuff back in early Marvel?
Oh yeah, Uchi back.
Yeah, I keep forgetting this is Stanley.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now this is Gene Colan's artwork here, as we're seeing all the stuff happen. Like we see this young girl, it's very sick, but then Wonder Woman's light flashes over them, and then she's not sick anymore, or a guy's being mugged, and then all of a sudden they hear this voice and feels like I don't want to hurt anyone anymore. Like they just feel like it's basically they're being purified.
Wait. So now she has the power to just like shine a light on them, and now they.
It's more like the energy of the glow from her as she flies past causes it.
Oh, yeah.
So she just takes away bad thoughts from people?
Part of it. That just seems, I don't know. Maybe in a comic book.
She's an angel.
Yeah, but yeah, they consider her like a guardian angel.
Guardian angel, yeah.
But then we have this point where turned out the church was the Church of Internal Empowerment. The monster, Gites is attacking it, but then Wonder Woman's light makes him feel like, why am I here? Why do I live in the dark? But Dark is like, I've absorbed such power. Run, all of you. I can summon you again at any time. So he feels like, oh yeah, you're perfect right now, but you're going to come back eventually because of my power.
So the church where she killed...
Yeah, I'm all powerful. I'm a god.
The church where she killed that one dude is the same church.
It's the bad guy's church. It's the bad guy's church.
It's the bad guy's church of power thing.
Oh, even this one woman who was ready to commit suicide feels, much better, and by the next morning, no longer feels suicidal.
Why she went to that Hollywood sign? That seems very sad.
Failed actress.
Yeah. And then we meet Diana Prince is there getting some of a package from Steve, and this is Carter, as in Carter Hall. And what was the two ruins? A Hawk man and a Hawk woman.
Okay.
Oh, they're saying Hawk girl and Hawk man.
Was Hawk man, Hawk woman.
Wait, so it's Diana.
Hawk man, Hawk
girl.
Diana. No. It depends. Only they will transform if they drop it. Now, keep in mind though, these were still powerful demons trapped in these. It doesn't mean they'll be good guys.
Right.
No, they'll probably villain because they don't make them villains.
But I love it.
I don't want Diana to be a villain.
I love this though. You think that you and I would morph into some omnipotent Hawkman or Hawkwoman or Hawkman if we drop these now? Do you, Carter? It's nonsense. Ancient superstition. Perhaps. But I notice you're not dropping them. Oh, man. The late, great Gene Colan.
Yeah.
Classic.
Oh, and another Adam Hughes cover. Adam Hughes does all the back covers, and the Superman book, he does the front cover as well.
That's beautiful.
If I could be honest with Stanley Superman, Stanley Superman, I wouldn't fan it. I'm more better than Superman.
We'll get to that. But yeah, here, actually, no, I take it back. This is still John Buscema, but with some help from Adam Hughes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, again, another late, great John Buscema. Dude, this is one of his last comic works he did.
I'm guessing this is the Superman variant. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yep. As we see on this other planet, we won't know till way later that it actually is Krypton. By the way, a far distant galaxy in another universe. No point me in telling you its name. You couldn't even begin to pronounce it. And I love this. I've taken the liberty of translating our characters' dialogue into basic Earth for those of you whose galactic vocabulary may be a bit rusty. Straight talking Stan.
You gotta love his monologue. Those are great.
Yep, but yeah, this guy's named Salden, and this is his wife, Lyella, and they talk about how their scientists have discovered the space-time bender. That's what they call it, a green element that allows a ship to bend both space and time. And he's constantly working out because he's a officer, he's a cop basically. But unfortunately, all the others have been genetically altered, enhanced. and he's he can't bear to be the weakest of them. So he keeps working out so he can keep up with them without needing to be modified. And now his suit, he can fly thanks to the harness. It's a hover harness.
Oh,
Okay.
so he's like 4 basically. He's Marvel 4.
No, he's not like Thor. Like I said, it's a harness. It's not magic.
No. We get 4 also wear a belt.
Well, no, Stanley's. Look, I remember Stanley's the guy who never likes people who can just fly. He never felt that makes sense.
That's true.
It's a useful skill, but not very offensive.
Right. But yeah, Saladin shows up, and we see these are all the other guards.
They're like a parademons, if you think about it with the eyes.
Yeah, like, don't be a fool. We're genetically altered, remember? You'll only get in the way, little man. But yeah, you're being attacked by a bunch of thugs who are shooting them. And look at that. They grabbed a stun grenade. Yeah, that's a stun grenade, really?
That's not a stun grenade. That's right. I know what that is.
They're just bombs.
That's a frag grenade.
But he's able to climb his way up there, and because he's so small, he's able to fit in because the others are too big to do it. Advantage. And he takes down the thugs single-handedly. But then turns out there's one of the other thugs named Gork, who's basically the Lex Luthor because he's the bald guy.
Yeah.
He then breaks free, grabs one of their own flying harnesses, and flies out there because he wants revenge on Saladin, who put him away in the first place.
He didn't die in that truth, but swam to 1.
Yep, and then he showed up there as Lyella, who's changed her outfit drastically, is preparing food, dinner. When then he's there, he's not here, but he'll send you back there. Seconds later, you get a front row seat. But then they hear sirens, but I'll get my revenge. No sooner had Gork left, she's dead.
Why not?
No!
That's fucked up.
But I love this. Like, boom. Seconds later again.
Like, no.
So she died in
someone made Gork.
Seconds.
Wait, something to remember me.
Something to remember me by, because he killed her.
He died in those snazzy pants too, man.
Yep, Lila's dead. Gork killed her because of me. I've lost the one who meant more to me than anything else in the world. And look at his stubby fingers.
Yeah. Also, you had the 2 Superman symbols on his chest.
Look at his stubby fingers.
Yep, but yeah, so yeah, Gork is then making his way. Gork is making his way into the 2-man space-time bender, and doesn't need to know how to fly it. He just somehow it's so easy to do it. Saladin, what?
2-man.
Yeah, they make it specifically 2-man.
Yeah.
He then gets on board there, waits for Saladin to get on it. He then takes off. He's knocked all around because of it. Put up a good fight still. How about I do what all the prison and lockups couldn't do? How about I rid the universe of you once and for all, you slimy, stinking, murdering maggot? But because of the space-time bender, they were able to get to Earth and lickety-split.
That's inconvenient.
Well, again, it's a space-time bending machine.
Time bender, yeah.
But yeah, but as soon as they get there, they crash, and they crash in the water. So, Gork gets out of there. Saladin makes his way out there, and he soon realizes this is where we get more of a lot of original Superman and John Carter from Mars. He's more like they're still keeping a lot of that aspect of. His homeworld was a lot heavier and everything. Here on Earth, boom, he's got all his abilities.
Yeah, he's banging, like John Carter view Superman, but not Superman.
Yep. Weird. But yeah, so he shows up there. He realizes he's already got incredible, he's able to shoot it through the water very fast. Now, first, he doesn't understand their language. Like, I don't understand your stupid sounding lingo, but nobody mauls me. Get it? And it's like, yeah, he's picking him up. But then but it doesn't really realize how gravity is not as strong on Earth. So he realizes about his abilities.
The stubby freaking fingers, dude.
Yep. But then he's thinking, like, even if I could go back, Lila's gone forever, but I still must return to honor her memory. But then this is where we get a dumb part. Apparently he claims that the shoulder harness isn't working, but then later on he's still able to fly again. So
again, that thing is useless because
I think it was a case where Stanley again was playing off of what Buscema gave him, and then completely forgot to they have it be repaired.
Ow.
Because that means that, we basically John put in his pose here and then later on still had him be flying. So I don't think John was intending this to mean, oh, he can't fly anymore.
Oh. Okay.
But yeah, then it turns out just by listening and looking at the letters, he's able to figure out their language, their language already. Convenient.
And then he scores with the Native Americans.
Oh yeah, these natives. You saw me fly down from the sky, so that makes me a god, right? A true god to defeat my warriors in battle. Hey, if that's all it takes, boom! And yep, they treat him like a god.
Wow, that seemed way too easy.
And when you have the power like Superman, yeah.
That's true. He's very generous on now.
But he gets bored way too easily.
Of course he does.
How could you get bored with that chick dancing in front of you?
Yeah, I don't care.
I know.
You're always women. Like, I wouldn't be bored of that. I'd be happy.
I would. Yeah, exactly.
I know. But yeah, he decided they still need to make some money, so he decides to do a trapeze act. But to show off, he realizes, like, hey, the temple isn't centered right. There we go. But yeah, no, Stan is playing off of where the original Superman suit came from the old strongman suits.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm more a fan of Cardiac Suit, but this is just, what?
Yep, but then he's able to do all this cool stuff to show off, and just look at that.
That's funny.
So now he's a circus performer.
Yep.
Well, that's how he makes money. And then where does he get the name for his actual name? Clark, for Clark and Peter Ice Cream, and Kent Street. So he gets it for Clark Kent. So Stan decided to keep the Clark Kent name at least.
He kept that name, but the way you guys
Parker
named it
Place.
is stupid to
You
me.
see
I'm
that?
not a fan of that. I'm
What?
sorry. I'm more
Parker.
Parker, yep, Parker, yep. But
I'm
yeah,
more Parker and Clark Kent than that.
I love it. Later, my favorite kind of caption. Doesn't require much effort to sync it up. But yeah, he's watching everything. He's like, they're nowhere near to discovering the space-time bender. And he's noticing how so much of the world is so focused on the war and fighting of terrorism, things like that. And basically feels like, if I can help out the world, they'll eventually be able to keep up, progress, they worry about other things and focus on their science and everything. So they can come up with a way to get me home.
Oh, he is selfish.
Yeah, this Superman is very selfish.
I'm about to say he's very selfish.
Yeah,
he is.
You can build it yourself. You have the power now. That's still for me, and then build it yourself, you idiot.
Right, but you're the man from the circus. It was difficult finding you. My newspaper would like to know, hang your paper. I'm busy. Get lost. Turns out the previous tenant left some comic books, which gave him the idea of, if people know who you are, they'll never stop hounding you. So he decides to say, oh, it's my suit that did it all.
No, you're just bad at making disguises.
Yep, but yeah, so Garrick makes his way there, breaks an ATM to steal some of the money, and then meets up with some of the other people who work there with at the Church of Internal Empowerment. And Reverend Dark gives them, basically promise him greater power if he aids him and assists him. And meanwhile, they're introduced to Lois Lane, wants to be his agent.
What?
Yep, I'm an agent. I can make you rich and famous. If I become famous, Grok and Gork might come after me. What?
He said no.
No, come in, Miss Lane. So yeah, so he basically thinks now he wants to find Gork. So now he decides I gotta make myself a big target.
That's a terrible idea. If you do that, then the will get hurt.
He doesn't care.
Of course he doesn't care, but he's a jerk. But this not Superman. This is more like Homelander.
No, I would not go far as the Homelander route.
That's what he's doing. Homelander is psycho.
But anyway, then a bunch of government agents barge in, and they say, we're the government agents. We're here for your suit. Oh, was that all? Here, take it. I'd like it dry cleaned and returned in the morning. No starch, okay? Don't be funny. It's going to the Pentagon to be tested. Tested? You didn't even give it time to study. Watch your lip, mister. Okay, people complain about the MCU having forced humor. They forgot Stan would do that too.
Humor first. He did humor first.
It's Stan's brand.
Yep.
But yeah, so they tried to use the harness. Whoop! Didn't work. It's my secret. Then it turns out Lois had called this lawyer to come in to make sure no one will harass him.
Nice.
Yep. So I will give Lois props for that. It's like, okay, she acts fast and she's good.
Yeah, that's what I know about.
You see what I mean? Now he can fly again.
Wait, I thought you said you couldn't fly.
Like I said, this was clearly a case where Stan was playing off of what Buscema had done. Then Buscema had him be able to fly again. And Stan just didn't think about to fix it.
Here's
Or
my theory
maybe
on
he just
that.
came
Maybe
out
there
flying
isn't
out of
anything to
Earth.
fix. Maybe when he came here, he has the ability to fly.
Yeah, so let's say.
That's
And
what
he-
I've been thinking for a
he
while.
couldn't
Yeah,
when the
but
harness was
they're
off.
still, we're meant to still imply. Stan keeps implying that's still the harness.
Without
Oh,
go BS and that, because that makes no sense.
Just a theory.
But also, it turns out the Chinese president was captured by terrorists. So he's going to head out there and help. He even flies on in and saying, like, wrong, there is a choice. I have a plan. It's a long shot, but it might work. And he's doing it because he realizes a war would call back their space program by decades.
Yeah, so he wanted to save the world because, no, not
No,
because
I love
he
this.
save the world, because himself.
Look at who in blue blazes is that? How'd he get through the window? He's the one I read about from the circus. What? Again, I think this is a case where Buscema didn't give Stan a lot to work with, unlike some of the others.
You give him nothing to work with.
So Stan is unfortunately having to jump around with what he's given. But yeah, so they drop what you. So the thing is what to be the money, but it's really Solden, Superman hiding in there, and then he's dropped through. They think, where's the Chinese president? Not there. Turns out there was a hole dug in there. And somehow Gork got to found out about Lois and abducted her. What?
What? Wait, what? How the hell did he find her?
Again,
when did he find her?
Again,
This
in
no
Stan's defense, this is again Buscema doing this, and he didn't give him much to work on. But then, of course, now this is great. Look at that. That is a great page.
But first your wife.
I don't. First your wife and now you. At last I have my full revenge. You shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have reminded me of Lila. Now nothing in the cosmos can stop me. Nothing. So he fights them all, take them on. Look, Clark, you're wonderful. This will be sure to get you a spot on Jay Leno. And think of the endorsements. Nike, Kellogg's, Nintendo. Get real, Lois. This isn't a game. I've got to get you out of here before I tackle Gork again. So they fly, get them out. Turns out they were underneath L.A. Flies back down in there, and then Gork is there giving like only time will tell, asking where the hostage is. He fights them all up, put on a big fight. He grabs this rocket launcher, shoots it at him, and he gets killed in the landslide.
What?
Well, isn't he supposed to be as strong as Superman? How can he?
Like him? How did he?
Apparently, they're not in. Well, to be fair, we haven't seen him how endurable Solden is. We have not seen that.
Invulnerability.
Yeah, we have not seen that. So to be fair,
to get with the villain, because like fuck, I need to kill myself.
Oh, I know, but we've not seen how durable they are. So for all we know, a landslide could kill him.
Ow. I'm not a fan of that ending.
Yeah. No, wait.
First.
Hold on. He then shows up and then realizes, like, where could he be? And then he realized time will tell. Turns out that's where Gork put the Chinese president. Flies up there, gets him out of there before it blows up, and brings him on down there. Then you're the toast of the media. Everyone's talking about Superman. So why so glum, chum? I'm worried about Gork. What if he survived the cave-in? Again, so what he might have survived, we don't know, but we never find out. And who helped him assemble the crew of terrorists? Hey, it's over. Forget about it. The good news is you're going to be richer than Bill Gates, more famous than Barbie. I've already had offers from Warner Brothers, Universal, Disney, and networks all falling over them for themselves. You know something, Lois? You're a treat for the eyes, but we're just not on the same wavelengths. Gork couldn't have. So as he's thinking about what to do, Lois saying, I'll dump all my other clients and handle Clark exclusively. I'll collect 10% as his agent and another 10% of his manager. My biggest problem will be keeping other girls away, but I'm pretty good at that. As they walk past the church, we then see Kyle Baker doing the backup story. As we see this one guy, you think he's a villain. No, he's just an owner of a comic book store.
And Stanley's there.
Yep, Stanley's there.
Cameo.
But yeah, he's the owner of a comic. He said, Bill Gaines had Mad Comics. We went one better with Furious. The Pep Comic Boys and boys Maury, Lou, and John published Blue Ribbon. We all sold them with Gold Medal Comics. Right, Midge? Right, Joe? Donenfeld and Lebowski hit big with World's Fair Comics. I crushed them with World Series Comics. Until we got the cease and desist letter from the baseball commissioner. Whatever. So he thinks then try and get Superman's signature, but then he soon thinks he's an alien. he's like he has no rights, so they can do it anyway. So he's saying like Fly By Night Comics will finally move past DC and Marvel, and then so it turns out it made over 1 billion comics sold until Lois marches in there. I love it. He gets the bad guys, I get 20%. But yeah, they argue it out and basically saying like, "I'll sue you," and everything. And then I love it. You're like, actually, and you got 10 seconds to get out of here. Actually, that's all the time I need. Superman, this is Lois. Are you able to take a meeting right now? Oh, good. 3 seconds, 4 seconds. Hold it. And 5 seconds, 6 seconds. Call him off. I'll stop publishing Superman. I'll do anything. Okay, you smooth talking charmer. You convinced me, but you got to pay for being a naughty little publisher. I'll pay. Is he gone? Careful, Miss Joe and Miss Joe's checks sometimes bounce. If this bounce, so will he. DC Comics, this is Lois Lane. I represent Superman. I hear you're looking for a new strip to replace Zatara the Magician in Action Comics. Good. Have your people call my people. We'll do lunch.
That's awesome.
That's funny.
Yeah, but that was not the greatest.
That
was
great.
fun.
I had Bob
It
before.
was fine for what it was.
Now here's Dave Gibbons helping do Green Lantern, and yes, there's a lot of Dr. Manhattan here.
Not the Dr. Man, or the Swamp Thing.
I'm excited for this one.
I have to bounce, gentlemen. I hope you all have a wonderful evening.
Okay.
Yep. Hey, check out the rest app when you get a chance, Raymond.
I will. Now I have to go help move some furniture.
Oh,
all right, sounds great.
It's not as good as you think it is. All right, guys, have a good night.
Yep.
See you, Ray.
Bye bye.
So, I'm not a fan of Terry Schumann. Terry Schumann is a jerk. I'm not.
He's a jerk. He is a jerk, but let's be honest. Some of Stan's characters were jerks.
True. Spidey used to have a jerk foot, but then he got better.
Well, anyway. Yeah, we see Dominic Dark is talking with this one and a bunch of men he have looking. They're trying to find the Tree of Life, Yggdrasil.
Yep.
So he's sending some of his mercenaries over there, and he's giving them a warning: "Do not fail me."
Yep.
We're then met up with Professor Lewis, who is a guy who teaches about magic, legends, monsters, and myths. He knows all of this stuff, and so many people. He talks about what if Earth had been visited before? What if an alien race taught the Egyptians to build the pyramids? What if the Sphinx was Egypt's tribute to that race? Was there a cosmic reason for the fall of Atlantis? Where do the legends come from? What if they're all based on facts? What if someone like Aladdin really had a magic lamp ages ago? What if those same aliens left behind such a lamp? Such a lamp with strange powers. So he truly believes it. Of course, the other thing, like, is he for real? What's he been smoking?
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, they're trying to deal with this green mist that's been going on, trying to figure it out. We then see this one woman, Cassie Warren, who wants to meet up with him. Yeah, just flirting with him, but said she wants to learn more from him. He's going to be heading out to Africa to deal with the fabled Tree of Life. Because he feels like there's actual clues there that show that might be there because it's the cradle of mankind.
Cool.
Yeah.
But then it turns out, and someone else suspects the truth. What are my orders? Oh
yeah, she's a spy. I forgot about that part.
Don't spoil too much. But yeah, it turns out the green mist is breaking through everything. They even tried to put through a bulldozer. It's ripped to shreds.
Yep.
And then Cassie runs up to him and says, "You inspired me to come with you." I go, "Please tell me you don't mind." "Hey, you're gorgeous and I'm a guy. I figured this is my lucky day." "Okay, come on, Stan." Some of this dialogue is pretty cringe, isn't it?
It's $60 trying to urge bands.
But yeah, so they fly over there, and then it turns out then Dark puts a incantation on the lead mercenary, basically telling him that he hasn't done it yet, but he basically says you have one more chance of doing this.
If you don't, you die, literally.
Well, yeah, or you will suffer the consequences. So yeah, Lewis is there and going through there. The merc shows up, shoots Lewis, and he falls into the mist. Of course, then the Cassie reveals like you trigger happy fool, you ruined everything. And if Dark finds out we fail, we ain't gonna fail. We know it's here somewhere. But it turns out being pulled in there, he was saved by Yggdrasil.
Yep, the life tree.
Yeah, the tree of life. The tree of life.
Tree of life.
And
yeah.
and what does it look like? It looks
Swamp
like
Thing.
it
Oh,
looks like
reminds me of Swamp Thing.
it looks like the Green Lantern battery.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically like Swamp Thing and Green Lantern fused together.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
cool.
yeah, so it reveals a lot of his theories were true, but also that about Dark, it's going to be helping bring about the end. It turns out here the green is a powerful force for Earth.
The green.
Yep. Swamp
Not
Thing.
that green. Not that green.
Oh, I want it to be that
It's
green.
Swamp Thing. And about before, Swamp Thing Green fused together.
Yeah. So he shares the bond, and with Leonard Lewis is his name. It bonds with him, and he becomes the Green Lantern.
That's really cool.
Rise ye now and soar at will. Thou art truly free at last. My body, it glows and gleams like a mystical Green Lantern, and so shalt thou be known. Really?
Really? That's how you his name? Seriously?
Again, I love Gibbons' artwork here.
That
classic.
Oh.
Yeah. So he flies up.
He's Diamond Hand. Oh my God, you Diamond Hand. I just realized it with the speedo.
Yeah, with that pose.
Yeah, he's
That's
Diamond
Dr.
Hand.
Manhattan.
Except we don't see his junk.
There you
That
go.
is Dr. Manhattan. That is so cool. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yep. But yeah, so they fly up there, and then he's about to get shot again. Cassie saves him, thinking that now he'll trust me. So they get out of there. It turned out this was all part of their plan. Like, why are you stopping? Got an idea. So he puts a rock in his knapsack, throws it in there, so they think that he tossed something important in there. But when they're heading back, then he's like, "Where'd you find the bog?" Like, it wasn't a thing, more like an emotion. It affected me right here. That's all you can tell me? Oh, I've wasted a week of my life. To which he realizes, good thing I didn't say anything.
Mm.
Yep.
So it tells that he's not at least there's a kid where he's not an idiot.
Wait, him or her? I'm confused.
Him. He's not an idiot that he just spilled everything. He decided to keep it coy, and then her reaction told him, yeah, good thing I did. My instincts was right.
Yep. So he knew she was a spy?
No. He didn't know she was a spy. He just knew he wanted to make sure he could trust her. So he decided to be coy and not spill everything.
Okay. But
He doesn't know why. He doesn't know why. He just knows something was off about her.
Okay.
But yeah, so we find out Cassie goes to Dark, calls up Dark and explains everything. To which then Dark brings forth the lead mercenary and then tells them that from now on for every day, your pain, the pain will be a short-lived. For basically, he's altered by metabolism. Every day of his life, he will age 1 full year.
Oh.
Until he dies of old age.
So just like that.
Yeah, because this is magic. And notice he's purple. Basically, it ends up being a case of green versus purple. If it's purple, it's bad.
If purple is bad, if green is good.
Yes, and if you notice, it was the green. And you notice the space-time bender in Superman was green.
Oh yeah, it was green. I didn't notice that because we were spat.
Well, no. It was more of a case where they said it was green. But anyway, he looks over, he sees what seems to be a mugging. So he decides, okay, he just feels on instinct on what to do. So he goes in there, fires, and then shoots the guy that seems to be doing the mugging. And then says, he won't be bothered anymore. You have nothing to worry about until the men in white coats take me away. And Cassie feels like, I use a gun, I'll bring him before Reverend Dark. But then the TV show and cops show up, so he's like, oh crap, I'll do it another time. But turns out the guy who saw it was doing the mugging, he's an undercover detective.
Oh god.
And turns out the guy he was trying to stop was a drug lord. Yeah.
Nice going.
This guy was a drug lord. Does he look like a drug lord?
No.
Yeah, no.
He looked like a civilian. The cop looked like a
and unfortunately,
I forget what they call it. I know. Yeah, loan shark.
Yeah, but yeah, then of course the other guy flies in saying it was terrifying. So yeah, obviously, much like Marvel getting bad press, but trust me, it's not going to last that long. It's actually going to go in a different direction. Stan's going to do was the DC universe what he does, the opposite of what he does was Marvel. But
no,
not just that. Tavia, please.
Sorry.
Don't just jump the gun, all right?
Sorry, but I'm just saying the more you make the civilian that they don't retract their heroes.
They're not all jerks. Like Lewis here is not a jerk. He's a good guy.
True, yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
yeah, so they've realized about this Green Lantern could use it. So meanwhile, we're seeing him trying to figure out his ability. Now, see, this is how you do it. Gibbons clearly gave Stan a lot to work with. Where again, Buscema did not with the Superman book,
The
unfortunately.
Superman one was just rushed. It was a
So he's
rush
out in the
job.
desert, kind of training and
Yeah,
and
trying to figure out, but he also realized he still has a time limit, so he needs time to recharge. Meanwhile,
Wait, but how did he recharge without a battery? Once he eat the
no,
battery?
he just has to wait. He just has to rest.
Ow.
Meanwhile, we see that she decides, like, again, I don't want to kill him, but I still will have to capture him. Meanwhile, we didn't see this giant mech for a movement, for a movie come to life and start smashing around. She changes in front of her, and now she feels like, I could have betrayed him for Reverend Dark. How could I have turned against a demigod? He then fights off the creature, telling everyone to get out of the way. Cassie sort of. Cassie then trips. He then flies in, tries to help out, gets her out of the way. Like, I have a confession to. Not now. I've still got to stop that thing. That's the man I tried to betray. How will I ever be able to live with myself? So yeah, he brings it down. Yep, but then brings it down and it crashes down. He then tries. Dark tries to do it for one last attack. She warns them and gets grabbed and gets crushed to death.
Wow, that's a sad ending to a spy. Dang it, the guy she was a spy. So honestly, I should not feel bad for her. Oh well.
Yeah. Yep, but yeah, so of course they're like, oh, he's the one who stopped the monster. Viewers, we're getting our first we're the first on the scene with an exclusive and everything. But he flies off. Oh, I love this. Sorry, I have no room on my shelf for an Emmy.
Wait, but you always say you would bet everything happened to me. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
No. You were the best thing ever had. Tavia, I'm not gonna read everything.
Sorry.
All right, okay, dude, I'm not gonna read everything. Otherwise, we'd be here for much longer.
That's true.
I got a lot to get through, all right? So meanwhile, they're trying to figure out about with the mercenaries, but he ends up getting weakened. So he says, like, that gets me another idea. Basically feels like, give me the power, give me the secret. So he distracts him by having him meander around for a few hours until he feels strong enough to fly out.
Yep.
So he fights them, grabs them, but then Dark from afar speeds up the spell until he becomes a withering husk.
And dies.
Yep. But he then decides, like, I'll figure out who it is, and I will use this great power for good. Meanwhile, now this is Jose Luis Garcia Lopez, praise be his name, doing the artwork for this backup. As we see one cop meeting up with and this guy, you want to know who this guy is?
Hal Jordan.
Nope, Kevin King.
Oh?
As in King, the from New Frontier.
Yeah, I see it.
Oh yeah, that guy.
But I love it. Like, rumor has it Kevin King was gunned down a bus. You got my ID, man. Well, it doesn't matter anymore. What's that supposed to mean? Seems we got some real life comic heroes in LA. So what? So what good are normal cops anymore? We're just dinosaurs. That's a crock. No mask or costume can replace this badge. That was true yesterday, King. Everything's changed today. You're a cynic. Better a cynic than a fool. And where do you think you're going? To catch me a certain drug dealer. Get real. Let that Green Lantern do it. You can't compete with him. So basically, we find out that a lot of people are already changing their tune with Green Lantern flying around. One of the informants basically said, like, hey, things have changed. I'm not going to be a risk. And my scans were always low risk, high return. Now with superheroes flying around, I'm on your side. Go over there. So they tackle the one guy, and he stopped one guy who was making robbing a place. And then I look at this, a fire. Gasoline must have ruptured when the green dude and that red whatchamacallit mixed it up. Oh no, there's a kid trapped in there. Anybody call the fire department? What for? Some Super Joe will come along and save her. Superheroes can't be everywhere. That girl's in danger.
Yeah.
There she is. Don't be scared, honey. You won't make it out of here. Too bad that cop butted in. We wanted to see a superhero. Maybe that Green Lantern. But then it turns out he inspired a bunch of people to want to join up to be cops.
So yeah, he did the right thing. Because a hero can't be everywhere at once. So
yep, you proved it doesn't take superpowers to be a hero. We want to be like you. You're a cop. Think we have a chance? Son, the world might have a chance now. Unlike the dinosaurs. But look at all these people who want to become cops. In LA.
Oh yeah, that dated because I'm a cop right now and
Oh, look at this cover.
That is really cool.
Yep.
Honestly, out of all the origin, my favorite with the Flash.
Oh yeah, we get into the Flash with artwork by Kevin Maguire.
Looks
Very
amazing.
good.
I love Kevin Maguire's artwork. I love his artwork.
Yeah.
It's always amazing. And this story, even though it's dumb, it's funny and fun. It's
you're taking this from Linkara's videos, aren't you?
kind of, yeah. But you know what?
How did I know? How did I know you were taking a lot of it from Linkara?
Well, that's just Linkara. I know YouTube reviews a long time ago.
Right, but anyway, we're opening up. We're not going to deal with the Church of Maternal Empowerment. Instead, we're doing it with an organization called Shade, one of the dummest organizations that we'll find. Okay, Tavia, please.
Fact, Shade made a comeback in New 52 with Harvest and New 52 Dance.
That's a different one.
Oh yeah, but still it's got the same name, kind of.
Yeah. No. Shade is very different. Remember, that's a good guy Shade.
Oh yeah, it's a good guy Shade.
Yeah, different Shade. But anyway, we see led by Lady Zakara and her big Mongol Zorgal.
Yep.
But yeah, they're trying to figure out the mastering of time travel, and they're able to send someone back in time. But when they do, they always come back dead. So they're trying to find someone called the Seeker, someone who worked with them and was able to figure out the secret, but he left. As we're then introduced to Mary Maxwell.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I like this. She's a freshman or sophomore in college, so she's in her early 20s. She's the youngest of the heroes. But yeah, she's a big fan of heroes. She has a workaholic dad, and she feels her life is Dullsville.
Yep.
So she meets up with her dad. Her dad's like, "That's nice. Oh, that's good. Yep, that's nice to hear." But then, as soon as they come out there, they soon realize, oh crap! And so it turns out her dad reveals there's a lot more to her life things going on. So they make a big escape out of it. And also showing how strong Zorgal is.
Yeah, super strength.
Yeah, he is stupid strong. So they get in there, drive off, and they have jet empires, and I love it. Believe it, Mary, you may soon wish you could return to that dull life you've always complained about. Now, see, right here, you can tell McGuire knew what to provide Stan with.
Yep, it's very spy heavy.
So her
now we do see the Church of Internal Empowerment, but it's just a brief appearance, nothing major.
Nothing in the story. They're not in the story at all. They just show up in cameo.
Yep, but we revealed that he was with not Shade, Stealth. Stealth was the group's name. And it turns out he was helping him with, to find a way to survive time travel so they wouldn't die in the process. But as soon as he realized what he was doing, he ended up leaving the place. Yeah. And it turns out they're constantly being found from Zorgal and everything. They keep smashing their way there. He tries to use his hydrofoiler, but boom. That does not look like a hydrofoil, though.
Like a bomb, like a boat.
No, that's a regular boat. That's a regular boat. But to be fair, though, enough of it's blown up. We can just assume it was.
Okay.
But then they go into a green cloud. A bunch of the fish are dead, but then she falls in there. Now, she gets it out of there, but now she's feeling tired, perpetually tired. We even get to point then where one guy's like, "Come on, Flash, shake a leg, will ya?" And they're trying to do all this stuff. Oh, look at this. Energy Booster Gold. Ha! I love that. Yep. But yeah, she's trying to do anything. He's trying to help with anything he can with it. Then he sees a hummingbird, and he thinks about how it moves very fast until it gets killed by a cat. So then she decides to give her the smallest bit of hummingbird DNA.
Yep. But then he gets shot.
He gets shot and jabs the whole needle in. And because of that, she gains super speed somehow.
Okay.
Gee, hummingbird plus human DNA equals super speed. It all makes sense. Genius.
Hey. Any more crazy than a radioactive spider bite? Or gamma radiations turning you green?
Or the X-Men for X-Men?
Yeah. But anyway. So yeah, they say they revealed that we gunned him down, but didn't get his notes, so you failed. Doom. But yeah, so her father somehow knows what her powers are going to do. Tells her that you will, and yes, you're incredibly fast, but you will know fatigue. Your body will always fall. You need to rest constantly, and you never let anyone learn about your powers. Keep it secret. And then he dies.
Wait,
but it turns out,
did he know what her powers?
I think he was able to figure out just by witnessing what she did.
Okay, but
anyway. But yeah, he dies, and it turned out they were able to get the device to work without the need of the seeker. And yeah,
they killed him with nothing.
Yep. But well, to be fair, she didn't know that.
That's true.
They just figured it out, and I love it. Like, there's one thing to warn you about. Spare me your warnings while I savor our triumph. But now she then decides to use this old abandoned movie set to work out on her powers, feel out how it was. But she also realized she ran faster than the speed of light. She arrived a few seconds before she could arrive. Now I'm going to give you, and she also thinks she can let it go back in time, which we later find out.
I mean, she can save her father without getting shot. But she's
actually, Tavia, wait until we get the Tales from Earth 6.
Okay.
Wait until we get to that. Wait until we get to that.
Okay.
But yeah, so Zorgo tests it. It works. And like, be silent. And like, try to remind him about the warning. Be silent, lest I turn you over to Zorgo. And then she has all this money. Then what does she do to her loyal subject? Seduces him and then tries to blow him up. What? What? He's loyal. He's super strong, and then she decides, Mary decides to make her own outfit, and decides to take that one cab driver's sarcastic comment, called herself the Flash, and I love it. A white outfit representing white light and the rainbow colors that come from the white light.
It's very good costume. Granted, I'm not bad at her.
Little Godspeed looking.
It's very simple.
But it was well before Godspeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't go Godspeed. Not just Godspeed.
Well, here's the other thing then. She then reveals how it works, but then it's like, despite your warning, this fantastic instrument operated perfectly. I don't like false warnings, and kills them again. It's like, what?
Why?
And then Zorgo it turns out Zorgo survived. They're trying to gun down Mary just to be safe. But then she's like, hi boys, mind if I take over for that puny female? And I love this. They're all coming by, so she decides to flick the bullets, like, make it look like she's bulletproof. But she takes them all down. Zorgo shows up, stomps his way through, smashes a bunch of things before he meets up with him and with her.
To kill him, but then she said,
but then she's like, I was got to save you, but then like to stop you from entering that cave. What cave? I think that was an accident on Stan's part. I think saying a cave was an accident.
Yeah, I can't be it, but she blew him up. Like,
yeah, but he's dumb enough to fall for her charm, so she decides to go back in time. Meanwhile, then she shows up and goes there. Yep.
Secret headquarters stealth.
Yep. So he goes in, fights them off, takes them all down, and then starts wailing on Zorgo. But she's so tired because he's taking a whole bunch. He could take the abuse. But then she kills him. Now, granted, there wasn't much else she could do because she was so ready to pass out.
That seems extreme and brutal.
But how can you stop someone this strong when you're tuckered out and he's still perfectly good?
Oh yeah, you can't. Screw it. We were forced.
Yeah, so it makes sense. It makes sense.
I'm all for her killing. It makes sense. And then
but then turns out the warning was you cannot go too far back too soon and come back because then it will catch up with you.
And then you die.
Yep.
What an idiot.
Yep. And by then she decides to keep on remembering, doing stuff in her father's name. Dark sees her, but it's like, I'll keep an eye on her. What? Now we got Sergio Aragone's artwork as we go back to Fly-By-Night comics again, as they're seeing. Yep. Turns out they had to move down there after the Superman incident. And I love this. And our bankruptcy was, and when you replace Superman with all of our books with your can't miss and circus superhero with the animal sidekick. Ben Steele with his bear. Hans. But then, we see him get rescued by the Flash, and he's asking like, "What's going on?" And we find out her name's the Flash. Jackpot! I'm gonna be rich. Reality check, boss. No way. And the only thing faster than Flash is DC's lawyers. And they not only have her under contract already, but also have a light and bet day and have her under contract, but also a licensing deal was on the table for flashbacks or something. Not this time. I own the rights to the name Flash, and there ain't nothing she or DC can do about it. You better lie down, Joe. I haven't seen you this incoherent since Sean Connery quit playing James Bond. I'm serious, Rich. Here, look at the covers to my current lineup of men's sweats and comics. I publish under our mature Scuzzbucket imprint. Scuzzbucket, not another dummy corporation. It's legit. It's incorporated in Guatemala under my grandniece Helen's name. Joe, Helen's 2.5 years old. Whatever. Look at these. But turn out he's created Flash comics. All I've got to do is keep the logo, change the subject matter to that superhero girl. You do own the name Flash, and since she's a public figure, you can legally use her likeness in the comic book for free.
Yeah, I can sue her.
Yep, but so they're back on top. Eddie thinks flypaper will stop them. But yeah, she flies in there, leaves a package on there, and but when they read it, it's like, DC Showcase number 43, the only Bond comic I'm missing, and a fan letter. And basically, she called ahead like, Dear Joe, I'm an avid comic book reader and your biggest fan. I love Flash comics. I can't believe I have my very own comic book. And I wish you great success and also wish you donate a fair portion of your profits to Dr. Philip Maxwell Memorial Foundation for DNA research. Love the Flash. P.S. On page 7, panel 2 of issue 9, you show my rainbow streak as being green on top instead of blue. Big boo-boo, no prize for you. That and that fall pa. Midge, Joe, cut a check to that foundation. How much? $5 million. You sure? No. When? Before you change your mind or after? Better do it. In a flash? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, I didn't like how this got a good follow-up to the Superman one.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh, look at that cover.
That cover's amazing.
That's really cool.
Now here's the JLA book.
Yeah, the Justice Street book.
With Jerry Ordway on artwork.
God, it was amazing.
And now here's something funny. When Stan Lee was showing a bunch of titles he could choose from, one of which was Doom Patrol. You know what he said was, you mean DC has this incredible name for a villain team and they give it to a team of superheroes? Really?
Right. No,
and I'm like, he's got a point. He's got a point. Doom Patrol would work as a villain name.
Yes.
But Doom Patrol
No, I know. But I say he's just looking at the name, not what the original subject. He's not looking at the original subject.
Speaking of Doom Patrol, I think Doom Patrol premiered way before X-Men did.
Let's not get into that.
I know. And there's
but it turns out we got 3 different people ready for different types of execution.
Greg Wilson,
electric chair, gas chamber, and lethal injection. Of course, apparently they were given a promise beforehand that they would survive, so they're not taking this seriously.
Yep.
And then, sure enough, they all disappear right before death.
Yep. Who can we see? Who can be villains?
And we see this young boy named Adam Strange running away from on the campus. Leonard and Professor Lewis sees him and runs after him to find out what's going on. And then he's meet up with Deathstroke, Parasite, and Blockbuster, the Doom Patrol. And look at Deathstroke. He actually still has the eye patch.
Yeah, eye patch.
And funny enough, not long after, later on, there actually would be a female Parasite who was purple.
Okay.
What? Oh, yeah, there was female Parasite.
And during Rucka's very good run.
Oh,
but yeah, so Deathstroke.
And Superman.
His Adventures of Superman run.
Avengers Superman, yeah.
Okay, but yeah, and Blockbuster. Blockbuster, nothing changed there.
We haven't changed it's the same design. And
except he's purple.
Say purple now.
But yeah, so Green Lantern shows up to help, and it's able to get Adam out of there. I love this. Hey, who you bumping into? He then looks at the paper like, hey, look at this. Our mugs are in the paper, but they shouldn't have used that picture. Makes me look fat. And it turns out he has a death touch. Maybe I ought to cut down on the Twinkie for a while. Lose a few pounds and you'll be a ringer for Brad Pitt.
He's being a Thomas Scoble degree.
Yep. But yeah, so Adam Strange reveals how he snuck in there. He was trying to break into the cash box at the church when he witnessed Dark talking with the Doom them, and he sent them after him. So
Wait,
Green Lantern.
I know that name. Isn't that
Damien Dark was in Dan Jurgens Teen Titans run.
Oh yeah, he wasn't Teen Titans run.
It says Titans, but he was just a normal guy.
Oh yeah, but then
That's
he can fly.
What?
Well, he's Adam Strange.
Adam Strange. Adam Strange here is also different. It's just Adam Strange. Yeah, Adam Strange, the space guy, the man of two worlds. But anyway, because he's getting weaker, he decides to send out contacting the other heroes, each one of them, through the green energies that come with them to do it. I need a shave. Hey, what's with the mirror? There's not a Game Boy that can match my speed. It's starting to go wonky. I have a new ad campaign for you. Never mind that. What's happening to the TV? Something's affecting my monitor. So he leaves a message to all of them, trying to bring them over there. Like, there's never been a menace like this before. I'm not sure I'm a team player. This is one way to find out. They don't know who I am. Believe me, it's worth the risk. So, yep, she changes, heads out there right before Willard comes in. Sullivan. And so she knows his real name is Sullivan. Sullivan, this will be great publicity for you. I'll send a camera crew over to film you in action. I'm your manager. You got to trust me. All right, anything to stop your yapping. Flies out there. Batman, and then heads out there. Now, if you notice, the green energy is there. They will constantly fly into Green Lantern. Yeah. This will be important later.
The only guy running this team is Batman and Green Lantern. Superman, and Flash. I like Flash. Flash is amazing. But Superman, I still don't like this Superman.
Okay.
Sorry.
I know, dude. I get you don't like him. Can we focus on the here and now?
Yeah, I wasn't fucking here now.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Don't be dwelling on it, please.
I'm not.
Okay, let me do it. But I'd like to no, stop. I don't trust anybody. Let me do that, kid, just in case, because that's in the touch his symbol. Superman, wow, awesome. I don't know what your scam is, but I tend to find out. Scam? The power of the green exists to protect mankind. Maybe so, but until I know more about what you're up to, I'll be the one to tap that green gizmo on your chest. Are you always in such a good mood, or did I just cut you at a lucky time? Spare me the lip, mister. I'm not amused. He then gets brought in there, and he then talks to them, and he finds out he's revealed so much. And this is kind of where Superman opened his eyes and realized maybe not to be such a jerk.
Finally, he finally gets him compatible.
He's like, he's right. Back home, I was a cop. I didn't pick and choose my fights. Why should I be any different here? Okay, Yaga, whatever your name is, I'm in. It's too late. They're here. Oh, geez. Yep. And Batman and Wonder Woman show up and help them. And they start fighting. Hey, Curly. Regards from Yaga. Who's this? Watch it, man. Wait, watch it, man. You almost decked me, too. Hey, what's with you, Furface? I saved you from being crushed, and you tell me to watch it? It would take more and more in that overgrown tub of lard to crush me. Anyway, I saw how they had to twist your arm to join the fight. What's the matter? Afraid of getting your hair mussed?
Yep.
And then the parasite possesses Superman.
Wait, what? When did she have that type of power?
No. Remember, these are not exactly like it. When did Deathstroke have a death touch?
Oh yeah, he didn't have
a touche salesman.
So she takes over him and flies off there. We then see Deathstroke is able to grab on and drain Green Lantern of his power, while Blockbuster knocks down Wonder Woman and Batman. Adam gets out of there, and they're all beaten, weakened, and Green Lantern could be dead until Flash shows up with the little green wisp that actually gives him back his life. Of course, funny that the Flash is late.
Yeah, to find the noise way. She had the streaky. The streak with the hair.
Yeah, the little green thing, yeah. But they get out of there.
Not the green. I meant with the talent,
that's what the whole point was. It's always meant to do that.
Yeah, I like that.
They show up there, and for someone called the Flash, you sure took your time getting here, but you saved my life. I can't complain. I'm grateful, kid. That green trace of yours did it. I don't know how, but it's pretty cool. So he's able to regain a lot of his energy, but they feel like, you better stay close to that green stuff, man. How could all of us have been defeated like that? Hey, lady, there's all kinds of defeat. There's the kind where you're down for the count, and there's also a first round knockdown where you get up and start whooping some major butt. I go with that kind.
Yep.
I love it. Whoa, that's some scrunchy speech, what the speech was. We've all got to remember, this is the first time we've ever fought as a team. We weren't familiar with each other's powers. nor do we know the limits of our abilities. If we can get our act together, I'm betting we can be the best there is at what we do. Wow, that's some scrunchy speech, Green Lantern. Hey, it's hard to call you Green Lantern. What do you suggest? How about Greenie? You can call me whatever you want, girl, as long as you stay part of the team. You know, this is like the comics when the good guys get together. In fact, I feel like I'm living some sort of origin issue. My dad used to say, if you get a lemon, make lemonade. So I figured, if you got superpower, join a superhero team. Can we get secret passwords and special handshakes and stuff like that? Look, kid, much as I like your enthusiasm, this isn't a game. You should know up front what you're getting into. The bad guys don't play by the rules. For a guy who's trying to form a team, you're one lousy salesman, Greenie. Sounds like you're trying to turn me off. He's just being realistic, dear. If we band together, we must do it with our eyes wide open. What about you, Wayne? And what about you, Wayne? With the possible exception of Superman, you have the best fighting skills. Yeah, but unlike you guys, I've no superpowers. You do real good for a guy with no powers. What the hell? You only live once. Count me in.
Yep. I like
So we're
Batman.
officially a team, right? Why don't we go and why don't we all get us some cool T-shirts and stifle at Flash? But yeah, so with Superman's strengths, Parasite's able to punch their way through the portal. Well, tries to do it. Then Adam Strange shows up and reveals where to punch. Once he does, pounds right their way through. They fly on in, and then the Justice League all show up. But it turns out Adam Strange was the one who was talking to them. He's the one behind it all.
He's the villain. He's the mastermind, not Dark.
Wait, yeah, he wants the power of Dark.
Oh.
Yep. So they're dealing with the Doom Patrol, and they're doing a much better job. Meanwhile, then Adam Strange shows up and reveals he is the son of Dark, and he has the sapphire. He has the sapphire of Ranagar. Get it?
So it's Ranagar, but
no, Ran as in Ran. You know Ran.
Oh yeah, Ran. Planet Ran that actually goes.
So yeah, you sure have a great father-son relationship on this stupid planet. Stand you aside, Superman. This is between me and my now doomed prodigy. So yeah, Superman starts pounding on him, but then he gets up. I am Dominic Dark. That is all you need to know. My power comes from a source beyond your comprehension. And now you shall behold that the Lord of Ranagar Sapphire what the Lord of Ranagar Sapphire can do. My acolytes have seen me suffer another's blow. They came not forth to lay down their life for me. For that they must perish. Okay, I can understand that. It's like, you fools let me get beaten, then fine, die.
Yep.
And then he takes Adam's soul and kills him too.
Wow, what great father.
Yep, and then he takes out Parasite and sends her after Green Lantern. I love it. I bid you welcome to the dark side, Green Lantern, or should I say the purple side?
I get it.
So yeah, okay. You're finally free of the Parasite, free to act as your own man. In a few seconds, I won't be able to speak to you like this. Dark has now influenced Parasite upon me. Okay, I get the picture. I'll do what I can. But how do you fight when the rules keep changing? They're still trying to figure out anywhere. Aim for his head. Notice when he fights, whenever he fights, I notice he turns his head away, like he's protecting it. So they do so, hit him in the back, and basically shatter the purple thing that was giving him his powers.
And now he's back to
I hate to see a grown man cry, but in this case, I'll make an exception. Now he ends up running right into a live wire. Now they didn't do that.
Yeah, like he did himself, and then he dies.
Yeah, he dies. But then she realizes also, notice that he doesn't touch himself with those deadly hands. So what does she do? Moves out of the way. Hey, you moved. Well, duh. Okay, that was on her.
Yeah, that was on her. You just killed a man. That's murder.
Okay, this time was actual killing. This isn't like before where she had no choice. This time she still has her abilities.
Yeah, like.
It makes sense to take him down since obviously his own death touch will do it, but
kill him? That seems extreme.
Yeah, but anyway, now we have the whole Justice League coming in after dark. While Green Lantern is still down, Parasite's trying to take over until Batman slaps him and tries to tell him, about get Yggdrasil to deal with it, which he does. He talks before the woman and eventually reveals about her pain, the anguish in her youth. and gives her the option: abandon your evil ways and accept eternal peace. Basically, in other words, trying to make a deal of move on, and I will allow you to move on if you give up.
Yep.
So with Green Lantern's help, they're able to fight him off. Dark realizes he's now really outnumbered, so he teleports them out of there. Everyone is there, like they're being bombarded by everyone. Superman, comb your hair. You're going to be on the 11 o'clock news. Lois, how'd you get here? You can't have a major battle inside of a church without the press hearing about it. The publicity could get you your own series. So they realize things are getting overwhelming. So they decide to tap on the Green Lantern's chest and go inside the realm of Yggdrasil. Well, it ain't the Holiday Inn, and don't call me Baddie. Then they decide to take up, they will team up together. Here's to the Justice League of America. Well, why only America? Why not Earth? There are certain tax advantages. Can't argue with that. So yeah, and we get this little bit of fly by night with get all these comics. And look, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern no longer available. Ben Steel with his bear Hans got Ham City, Green Lamp, a superstitious lot, and crusading cape. $30 per title.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Oh, look at that cover,
dude. That's really cool.
Oh, and now we got all.
I love this stuff. I love this stuff.
Now this is the end of book 1. We're going to be then moving on to book 2 with more. Oh, look at this. The Ashcan edition featuring a bunch of the Batman artwork, the rough stuff.
Wow.
I'm back.
I'm in that stage right now, Robert, as a matter of fact.
Oh, doing an Ashcan?
So interesting. No, just, basically doing storyboards and rough sketches inside to get a visualization. Stuff's really cool, man. I find it so interesting.
Now, let's get on to this one.
In my point of view, I just can't really judge it interesting to see it interesting. But out of Men 4, it has some flaws.
It does have flaws. It does have flaws. There's no arguing that.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Especially the hero killing. I don't like hero killing.
I know, but to be fair, though, since Stanley is doing this from scratch, he didn't have to have the no-killing policy.
True. They did more hate.
And again, it's up to what the artist did, and they were probably never given the no-killing policy, so they did it that way.
Oh yeah, I think I staring up of lighting. Like,
yeah. He didn't script it. Remember, I keep telling you, Tavia, that it's all doing it through the Marvel method.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about that because the Marvel method is weird for me because I keep forgetting.
Right now, here comes the Secret Files and Origins book, where we get Dan Jurg, and now Michael Uslan did the plot here. Basically, this is like the backup stories, but it's the whole issue. And we have Dan Jurgens on artwork.
Oh yeah, I was getting it all.
Okay.
So Willard wants to get a meeting with all the different Justice Leaguers. So he asks Maria to help out with that. So I love this. Good idea, boss. I'll just give Green Lantern a ring, meaning phone.
That's funny.
But yeah, they meet up, and I love it. Hey, Maria, wait up. No way you can track GL without a pro like me showing you the ropes. What are you pointing at? Holy moly, it is Green Lantern. But how could you possibly have found out he'd be here now? Well, I really shouldn't reveal my sources, but I saw him from outside the window, duped by my own assistant.
Wait.
No, she saw him out the window. She saw him out the window, went out there, and he's like, how'd you know? I saw him out the window.
No, I know it, but that's when we cut the Marvel. There's Shazam with that line.
Holy moly. Yeah, but we'll see more. We'll get to Shazam later.
Yeah.
But yeah, Green Lantern's fighting Star Sapphire.
That's Star Sapphire. She looks like Medusa.
Yeah, but yeah, she fights her purple again and says like, "Be ready for it and made ready for the coming crisis." But yeah, it gets sent away, meets up, and explains a bit about Yggdrasil. Basically, allowed us to give the summary to everyone who's getting caught up. Reveals about Dominant Dark and how the events leading to the coming crisis. Not a crisis, Maria, the one and only. So yeah, and he reveals also the reports of a green mist and glow having something to do with the birth of LA superheroes. That you're doing, the green mist is an extension of Mother Earth herself. It creates, empowers. So basically, Gaia or Yggdrasil, Mother Earth, whatever you want to say, helped guide a lot of the heroes or gave them their powers.
Gave them their powers.
And I think this is where we're supposed to believe. I think it's also the green that was in Mary. That's why the hummingbird DNA worked on her. I think if it was done to anyone else, it wouldn't have worked.
This is Earth fighting back, basically.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's gonna get Earth game. Wait, but Superman wasn't part of Gaia. He's about Krypton. So
Oh, I love this. Now, so where's my bonus? No
Fair
way.
enough.
Not until you introduce me to Wonder Woman. Man, you're such boys. What?
Huh?
But then of course they contact Lois Lane. Nice to meet you. I was hoping your claimant would be here. I prefer him to make an entrance much more dramatic. I won't even send you a bill for the window if you'll just answer some questions for me. You really from outer space? Yes. Pluto? No. What about Uranus? You know I could throw you from here to Las Vegas if I want to. It's what we call one of our planets in our solar system. Oh, sorry, pal. I'm still learning your language. Now look, having Jurgens, one of the definitive Superman artists, he does finally look like Superman, doesn't he?
Yeah, you're Superman.
Honestly, that picture there, he looks like Homelander. I'm not even talking smack.
Because he's blonde. But yeah, so he flies out there, and then he revealed about like Superman told me of the recent discovery of his world of an alien green element that powered his rocket the Earth. When he crash landed in the ocean, the green element seemed to glow and permeate the water itself as he swam through it. Green Lantern claimed that was Mother Earth herself reaching out for a defender from her sister planet. Guess she didn't totally trust mankind coming to her aid. And look, the Action Comics #1 cover, but why does he below the photo with super breath? Super breath? What an idiot. Maybe he should have soaked the car in super sweat. Whoa, he's throwing it into orbit. No oxygen, no fire, no explosion. Yeah, but that's my car.
Okay, these guys are a joke. I thought he was getting better, but no.
But he is getting better. But when you have someone like Lois, it doesn't help.
That's true. This Lois is now like all Lois. This Lois is kind of a.
And trust me, actually, again, in Tales from Earth 6, it's going to bite her in the ass royally.
Oh, thank God. That was something.
Now, I gotta say, though, the S scar here looks like it's from his hair.
It does. Yeah, I just noticed that.
It's supposed to be a scar. It's supposed to be a scar.
Oh.
But remember, if you saw before, he has an S scar on him.
I forgot about that scar with the thing. I didn't know that existed. Oh.
Yeah, but okay, come on.
It flows.
All right. You think I don't know? Okay, there we go.
What?
Okay. Not again. Hold on.
That really looks like Godspeed. I'm digging that.
I did like Godspeed.
It's so thought out. Like it's almost like it had an influence on the creation of Godspeed later.
Don't think so.
Well,
anyway, so yeah, the Flash takes them, and she explains everything about what happened with her, the hummingbird DNA, and basically explains about Adam Strange. Very cute, very evil, now very dead. Although it just means, oh come on, what's the paging going in wrong order? But anyway, drops out. But did she look a little too buff?
Are you going to hang down here, or are you going up?
Pretty buff there, yes.
But yeah, so,
yeah, really buff. I did.
We then see Batman meeting up with King, and I love it. Next time you do nothing. Superpowers don't give you a super authority in this city. Your actions are interfering with the LAPD. Get off your high horse, detective. Accept help when you can get it. And just for the record, I have no superpowers. I'm as human as you, maybe even more so.
Man.
What's that supposed to mean? Way I hear it, you took a green glowing blast from the lantern when he mistook you for some mugger. Who knows if you suddenly you won't mutate into some green lantern or hornet or arrow or llama or whatever. I'm on your side, man. You are. Superpowers or no superpowers. Yep. I love it. Like, what are your superpowers? Did you get them from a green mist or a being called Yggdrasil? Not you two. Listen, friend, I'm so sick of this. I have no superpowers. I never saw any green mist. I am as human as the next guy. Tell your readers that. Sometimes pure human drive and endurance, dedication, and perseverance are all better qualities to depend on than flying super speed or super breaths. Super breaths? Maria, what the heck is super breaths? Not sure. Ever heard of an Altoid?
Altoid? Wait, what does that mean?
A mint.
Oh, a mint. That's funny.
Well, but you said about Wonder, there's something I can do myself. Be in the office conference room in an hour. Leave the rest to me. And of course, Wonder Woman shows up and shows off about Yggdrasil, the Tree of Life, and everything. And it turns out the Tree of Life worked through the Golden Staff.
It did? Well, yeah. I thought the thing would mind mythology.
No, but no, basically, no. That was the Mayans were working through, and Yggdrasil was helping, and the Mayans move. They were
Oh.
aiding them.
Okay.
But anyway, so they reveal about the bad guys, and then she turns her staff into a crystal ball so we can have this famous moment to show off some future leaguers.
Yep.
Crisis on Earth.
Yep. Earth 2 cover.
Well, no, I know, but this case is just simply Crisis on Earth. As we're going to see the next batch: Robin, Aqualad, Catwoman, Shazam, and Sandman.
Wait, don't you mean Aquaman? You said Aqualad, not Aquaman.
Aquaman, yeah. But now we have John Byrne working on Robin. So let's see what Stan Lee does with the premier teen superhero when he's been known for not caring for teen heroes. Not teen heroes, teen sidekicks.
But he goes, teen side, not
Spider-Man. Yeah. But yeah, we open up right away. It was Batman versus Robin.
Dun, dun, dun. Yep.
And so they're putting up a good fight and everything, and he's trying to talk sense like, okay, bonehead, you said your piece. You made your decision. Now you'll live with it. So showing a brief fight as Robin's actually able to get the upper hand a bit, but Batman then gets back the upper hand.
Yep.
Until a bunch of masked men start shooting, and hold on.
That's really cool. That's really cool.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Gliding.
Well, it's John Byrne.
Drawing
to me, that's a more realistic origin story of how they would meet, like almost like Tim Drake, if you guys remember, like his.
True.
I think it was his Batman
origin. Yeah.
Yep.
He met him stealing rims off the Batmobile.
But yeah,
that's Jason Todd.
But yeah, turns out though his name actually is Robin. Why? Because he was in an orphanage, and there was a Robin always by his crib, so he was given the name Robin. I love it. They couldn't believe I was walking and talking in 2 months. Personally, I don't know why it took me so long. But yeah, he was abandoned until eventually he tried to break his way into the church until he met Reverend Dark, who actually says, "Look at me, Robin. I have a new assignment for you." Turns out he works with them.
Oh, cool.
And he's told to break in there and rob a place. Now, of course, they don't look so evil to me, but if Reverend Dark says so, because he's the only one who can help me. I got to do whatever Dark says, because he basically is promising him to find his parents.
But then he lied to him, and then he tricks him and said,
yeah. Another Robin. Every time I see one, it takes me back to the orphanage. As we see when he was young, he was just... Did she look like Miss Keene?
She never Miss Keene. Is she?
But yeah, so basically he was a miserable kid, and almost no one wanted to adopt him until eventually he aged out.
Oh, that's depressing. What the hell?
Yep. So yeah, he's then told to go rob a bank, to which he does, and he basically walks in there, and does a nerve pinch, threatens them. Batman is there saying like, well, I was hoping we'd meet again. I'll play it cool for a while and see what happens. Until he then meets up with this one girl, and they recognize each other. Yep. Her name was Beth, and she's the only person that ever showed him kindness. Even though he didn't show it back. But of course, because of that, he snaps out of it and just runs out there because he doesn't want her to see him like that. Pardon me, miss, but do you know that young man? Yes, I do. I mean, I did. That is, I thought I did. I knew him briefly when he was at an orphanage. I liked him, but it was obvious he was troubled. I'm afraid that's all I know. There's more to that boy than anyone suspects. There has to be a reason why he attacked me before. And I'm going to learn what that reason was. So he was sent there by Dark.
Yeah, Dark sent him up in order to send him up to pretty well.
So basically, his mind is scrambled. He's trying to break out of the control that Dark has over him.
And then you see all the training. You see you at the
Yeah, he did a bunch of training and learning until eventually and now it turns out the orphanage was run by the Church of Internal Empowerment.
Of course it was. It's always a fun that church.
Yep, but yeah, so he's offered to see Reverend Dark. So eventually he does. At first he's tested by beating up a bunch of thugs. And even sees Batman flying up. Now in the present day again, he's sneaking his way in there. They stop them. They start fighting a bit. All right, spill. Actually, he does truth serum on him. All right, spill it. How'd you get mixed up with Dark? What kind of hold does he have over you? Talk, boy, I'm waiting. It's hard to remember. Wait, it's coming back to me.
Why are you truth serum? Isn't that a stranger? You might ask questions before you attack him? Isn't it?
Well, no, he tackled him to put the truth serum in him.
There's no such
Wait.
thing as truth serum.
I get it. But anyway, so they see one instructor was a psychopath, so he stopped him, kicked his ass, and is then brought in to meet and to be an instructor. He then saw the stuff for Reverend Dark and decided, what the heck? Use your head, kid. It's too much of a coincidence. That notice was planted for you to see. Has he found your pears yet? Come to think of it, no. Right, it's a setup. You've been a fall guy. But why? Why go to all the trouble for me? That's what we got to find out. Tell me what happened when you went to see him. Yeah, I still remember it. It all seemed kind of strange. Basically, went up there, met with this one woman named Morgan.
Morgan Le Fay.
Hey,
Wow.
dude, please.
Done.
Meets up with the one, Morgana, sorry. Meets up with him, and it turns out a lot of his abilities were given to him by Dark, making him being his warrior. As he went in there, they fought. They decide to sneak their way in there. We see, of course, Dark having a sermon until they realize he senses Batman's there. So he tells them, I see the pagans, ye who have come with evil intent. So they kick their butts and everything, fights them all. One of the sisters is there, hears it, sees what's going on, runs out of there. Dark decides to flee the place, and they head on out there. And you guys are imagining, there's nothing here. Of course, the woman, they feel like it was a false alarm. It wasn't a prank, honest. Batman and someone else were fighting a gang of monks inside a church. I'll let you off this time, but any more calls like that, and you'll tell it to the judge.
Wow.
Dick.
But
yeah, so he gives them the offer of saying, you want to team up and be partners? Me team up with a nut who dresses like a bat? Forget it. I ain't looking to be no comic book teenage sidekick. Everyone I ever trusted turned out to be a fake. I don't need anyone. Dark can take a flying leap for all I care. All I want to do is learn who my parents were. Maybe I could help you. I don't need help from nobody. I'm Robin. I'm the best there is. And ain't nobody gonna stop me from what I gotta do. Do what you must, Robin. Our paths will cross again.
This
What?
is a Jason Todd version, isn't it?
It didn't Todd origin. It's not.
It
Jason
is.
At all.
I like it. I like it.
Hold on, let me double check.
I think it's fine. But honestly, it's not a fit origin. I'm more about Jason origin.
It fits this Batman, though.
It
He
does fit
certainly
this
fits
Batman.
this Batman.
Now, this is John Severin on artwork. Beth shows up. Now, this is supposed to be that old man that was we had seen going with the Gork in the Superman one. This is supposed to be the old man.
Oh yeah,
there.
that guy. Before Gork died.
Meanwhile, she's asking to see these two other. Come on!
Come on, computer. Look.
All right. He's trying to find. She's trying to find about these two other mysterious kids, and he's just dancing around it, saying Mark Merlin and Tommy Tomorrow. Now, Tommy is a girl, and then Tomboy.
I get it.
But yeah, so like,
we Tommy Tomorrow to win in China Super.
And it turned out the other woman's name is Madame Xanadu.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, she's a villain here.
That's still cool, though.
Of course, she's suspicious, thanks to your utter neverlessness out there, imbecile. But she insists she won't leave until she talks to Mark and Tommy. She wants Mark and Tommy. I'll give her Mark and Tommy. She's suspicious. I'll give her something to be suspicious about, starting with your sudden disappearance. There's a portal, but why? So he sent in there and brought in Tommy and Mark, and basically saying like, what do you want us to tell her? Why, the truth, my dear. Nothing but the truth. Madame Xanadu, hello, I was chatting with, yes, but he had promises to keep, so I found who you were looking for. So Robin was always a loner. Real jerk, never got with the program. Remember that time he even refused the Reverend's Christmas present? He told the head of the orphanage to go to hell. Wait, a Reverend is the head of the orphanage? I thought it was a public institute. No, it's always been owned by the church. What church? Which Reverend? The same Reverend's name who named us when we came to the orphanage. And basically the name was Robin because of the bird. She was a tomboy, so she was named Tommy. And Mark Merlin was like, maybe my father was Merlin the magician. Who knows? Right, yeah, Mark's being an ass. Eventually then she gets shoved out, like, well done, acolytes. She's no threat to us. So now they're basically bringing force, and they tell him how you'll bring Robin back. And like, the brat turned on him, but you two will also be empowered. And basically, like, I'm the true son of Dark. One of them is the child of Dark. The other son, besides Adam. But like, she never said Dark.
I thought they would have straight.
No, there are two children. There were two children of Dark. Adam is one, and then there's another one. She never said Dark's child was a son. Oh,
that's really cool. You actually get to see. Yeah, that's really neat.
And it is Shazam.
Oh yeah, now here's Shazam, and an assistant with him.
I didn't like this one. This one my least favorite one of all these.
Yep, and we're seeing Morgan Le Fay.
Why is he naked?
Who cares?
Who cares? But yeah, Gary Frank on artwork here.
That's Gary Frank artwork?
That's really good. That's really, really good.
Really good.
Yep, and there's Merlin. That's an interesting take on Merlin.
With the tree. Yeah,
he looked like a monk.
That's cool. I like that.
But yeah, like, she basically is threatening him and everything, but he's able to counter her and then sends her locked away after trying to betray him. But she then soon realized, like, I'm weary of challenging in this battle. So he leaves Camelot.
Yep, and then she gets trapped in the tree.
Yep, she's trapped in the tree. Meanwhile, in the present day, we're introduced to Robert Rogers and Carla Norral. And they were sent. They work for Interpol. They're sent there trying to, and we eventually deal with a guy named Gunga Khan.
Oh,
this guy with the monocle, Gunga Khan.
So it's kind of James Bond in the game.
Yep, we see this one guy showing up magic. Now he's not supposed to be Merlin, but he's supposed to be a practitioner of Merlin's magics.
Oh, so maybe the witch Shazam.
Yeah. Behold my carpet. My basket and myself can rise in the air, and a snake can appear at my bidding. But since I do not desire to frighten children who may be watching, I transform the snake into a harmless piece of rope, and I command the rope to knot itself. As he shows all the stuff, they walk off saying, parlor tricks, until they're beaten by a bunch of guys who want to know how he does it.
Yep.
He's beaten down, and then they come in and save him, and show how much of an ass kicker she is.
Yeah.
Yep. I like her. She's cool.
Literally. She is. But yeah, the gun. He uses the gun to scare them off. But then the old man is dying, and I was like, magic is the greatest gift. It must not die with me. You must remember Shazam. Never forget the world needs Shazam. He must not be lost forever. He's gone.
He's gone.
Now turns out Morgana Le Fay is working with Dark.
Of course.
Did every film work with Dark in this universe? I feel like there's got a common theme going on with it.
What?
I feel like that. Wait.
Morgan Le Fay is almost always treated evil in these things.
That's true, yeah, but not in Morgan Le Fay. When we went with the church, I mean, with the Flash villain, she didn't work for Dark.
No. But Gunga Khan is not going to be involved with the church either.
Gunga Khan.
All right, just to reveal that Morgan Le Fay works with Dark.
Ow.
That makes sense in her case.
Yeah, but yeah, so the old man disappears.
Yeah, and then he's gone.
And it's green smoke too.
Yep.
It's green smoke.
Yep. But yeah, so him and Carla are ready to head out for dinner, and woo! I hope the restaurant is in this place is worth getting all dolled up for. Anyway, I might as well look good for Rob. So apparently these two are pretty close.
Yep, they're boyfriend girlfriend, even though they're agents.
Yeah, well, I think they're just close. I don't think they're boyfriend girlfriend, but it's like they could be.
So I'm curious, why are the guys from the Temple of Doom trying to kill them?
Because they realized that the old man said something. They want to know, what did he say?
Yep.
Okay.
Like nothing. He just upped and died. The female come back with us. And since you choose to remain silent, you are of no further use to us. But when he just by saying the word Shazam, Shazam! I'm free again. Nothing can hold me. I'm filled with anger, fury, like there's a raging dynamo inside me. Now it's payback time. But wait, how did I get here? How did I break free so fast? My arms, my body, I've changed. I've charged with power, with strength. How did it happen? There must be a reason. The last thing I remember saying his word, the old man and magician told me, Shazam! Now in this case, yeah, Shazam's going to, every time he says Shazam, he's going to keep changing. No exceptions.
He's going to change into atrocities.
I'm not fans, Captain Marvel. This Captain Marvel.
He's not Captain Marvel. He's Shazam.
He's Shazam.
So I still can't cut them all. We have to do this.
No, there is a Captain Marvel in this, but he's not this guy.
There is?
Yeah, we'll get to it when we get to the backup story.
Okay.
But yeah, so he runs to go help Carla. We then see Gunga Khan is there, and he's ready to. He wanted to understand the magic, but he also wants to use a device that could shrink people.
Oh, he's Brainiac.
Pretty much. Like, you murderous madman, what do you hope to accomplish with such a satanic device? The answer should be quite obvious, even to a doomed beauty such as you. The total extermination of all who dares oppose me, starting with your United States. By beaming my ray down on your country from my own satellite in the sky, none will escape the same fate as that human insect you just observed. So, eventually...
He's Dr. Savannah.
Yeah, but basically, so he then does it, turns into Shazam, and it turns out he can fly!
Yeah, he has wings.
So, he flies all the way. Shazam ain't no freak! Uh-oh, said it again!
You're really bad at this, dude.
Well, no, like I said, it's not like in the current Shazam stuff where they make it be an exception, like you have to save it with inflection or something like that. They made sure that there was an exception to it. That way it doesn't do the whole, I'm Shazam, oh crap.
Yeah.
But here, they're using this as the running gag.
Yeah, that's kind of funny.
So he's able to get these guys to find out, to get information from them. So he makes their way there. Now he's not strong enough to push the door down, but using a rock, he can smash his way in.
Yep. Batman makes it lock it in. Even kill a clock, he's a lock.
Now this is where we get a weird thing where he zaps them with electricity, and and it's taken you longer to collapse than anyone else. You're the strongest being I've ever seen. With you as my slave, I'll be more invincible than ever. That voltage will keep you under my control. So apparently he's been zapped so hard that he ends up being under mind control.
What? That makes no sense. That's just stupid.
I know. Yeah. But it's very short-lived because he sits there, spooks out Carla a bit, but then one guy says he's going to go after the United States. I'm helping someone who wants to destroy my country? Judging by the sound of that voice, I'm not eager to turn around. Well, big fella, you're an American like me? They bust their way out, they kick ass!
Yep.
This is fun, big man, but we still got to stop that ray machine. Just because I'm big don't make me no freak. Okay, I think he gets the point, because the guy said, who are you calling a freak?
Yep.
So then he activates the machine, flies no, I just remembered. No. I can fly! Goes up there, smashes it, and then it stops the ray. He then comes down, fights them, points the ray at them, he lifts it up, points it at them, and better wave goodbye, guys, before you get too small for us to see you. And then he reveals, yes, it seems to be Shazam. Uh-oh, here I go again. Rob, it's you, but how? What's with that Shazam? Does this have anything to do with hypnosis, or did you take lessons from David Copperfield? Talk to me before I freak out. Remember that old faker who was attacked by those thugs?
Here.
So, he explains it all. I love it. But that's what happened. Every time...
It broke.
I hate when it does. Every time I say, uh-oh, almost did it again. Shazam may be the best thing that ever happened to me. Oh, in what way? Come closer and I'll explain.
Yep, and then they have second...
Yep, and we find that Morgana tells them, yes, the champion of Merlin has been discovered. But now here we have artwork by Kano. We see this young boy named Billy, and this is Ambassador Batson, an old friend of his parents. And I love this. See, the moly is a sacred plant in our folklore, considered and very, very holy. The moly is holy? Ha! But yeah, it turns out they were there, young Billy and his parents. And they tried to help out, but unfortunately, his parents died from illnesses.
Yep.
And he went missing. And but Ambassador Batson's there to help him. And he revealed about how Shazam was able to stop all of this. And he said, heroes are found all over, from starving lands and remote jungles to tall buildings and airplanes, from fire trucks to police cars. Remember, you don't have to have great power to accept great responsibility. Ha!
That's funny.
There it is.
Yep.
But yeah, so he and his friend Zubin go out and they decide to help because they find out these people are transporting food. they've been raiding the neighborhood. So they get the elephants and ride them out of there.
Yep.
Elephant riders.
I just wish they had him turn and just cut them all. Okay.
But anyway, Ambassador Batson decides to make them honorary Peace Corps captains. Captain Zubin, or his name Captain Novotny, and it turns out Captain Billy Marvel.
Okay.
His name is Billy Marvel. His name is Billy Marvel, and his parents were Mary and Fred Marvel.
Get them all.
There it is. There
See what I
it
mean?
is.
So technically, we do have a Captain Marvel.
But he didn't have the power that turned into Captain Marvel.
True.
Oh, gosh, that's great.
Oh, gee. Hey, Trish. Wait. And Trish, thank you for stopping on by. I hope your headache feels better. Thanks for stopping on by.
Oh, I haven't even been paying attention to the chat. I feel terrible.
Yeah,
it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. I just want to say that. But what were you saying, Tavia?
Yeah, well, I mean, but it's a cute back story, but you know, it's just not the same. But
it's not meant to be the same.
I know.
It's not. It's meant to be its own thing, and I thought it was pretty clever. But now we have Aquaman.
I get, but honestly, I would rather him had the power than the agent guy.
But anyway, we got Aquaman with Scott McDaniel on artwork.
That was amazing.
And for the backup, we have the legendary Aquaman artist Ramona Fradon. We'll get to her, but she is a classic.
Cool.
But anyway, so he's basically explaining to his girlfriend about the underwater stuff. She's bored senseless, of course. It's not your work, honey. It's the fact that you talk about it all the time. She reminds me of Marlo from, Rick Jones's girlfriend.
Oh yeah, that girlfriend. Wait, what happened to her? Did she die?
No. Well, technically, at the end of the recent Captain Marvel Jenna's Val series, she is now taken on the persona of Death.
Wait, what? How the hell did that work?
Because technically that was something that Peter David had been working on for a long time, way back during this Hulk run.
I really need to read that story. That sounds very interesting.
But anyway, we then meet up. We have let me get what his name is. Her name is Amelia, and his name is Raymond.
Raymond. Yeah.
Yeah, his name is Raymond, and there's his brother Frank. He's a cop and everything. Like, you dropped your phone on the deck, little brother. Got to be more careful. I figured you two would forget about eating if you were alone, so I brought some lunch.
Yep, and then married. I think they're husband and wife.
Yeah, no, they're just dating.
Oh.
They're not husband and wife.
Oh. Yeah, because she called him honey. So
but you can call him honey and still be, close.
That's true, yeah.
That's right, honey.
Yeah, basically, he's figured out a way about his name. Ray. Sorry. They decided he's going to figure out a way to be able to go underwater without the need of equipment.
Yep.
So basically, it's like they'll go out there. We then see here's the world's most unnecessary caption. The next day, as if you wouldn't have known.
That's funny.
So yeah, he's explaining about all these different creatures of underwater. She's just being all like, "Come on, Raymond, I'm hungry. Let's go get some hamburgers. That's one thing Flipper can't do."
So is he like a marine biologist or something?
Yeah.
Yes. But he then decides to inject himself, similarly to Flash's father, a way of how to enhance himself by injecting him with some of the various species DNAs of underwater life, so he can be able to go underwater and be able to swim without it. It's a date, lover boy. Wait till you see what I have to show you. And I love this. Well,
on episode Genesis of the DNA.
Well, he's doing it to himself, though. But anyway, I love it. Well, was it worth it? Hey, I could stare you in that bikini all day. But now it's time for me to prepare my surprise for you. Be aware, I'm taking no oxygen supply. So he goes down there, and it seems to be doing the work. He's able to swim without needing water, any oxygen, until Shark chases him into a bunch of green water, and mixed in with the DNA, he transforms into a water creature.
Yeah, into water creature with tentacles.
Yep, so he comes on up there, and I thought you intend to stay down longer. You know how it is. I got bored. That's a surprise. I never thought you'd get bored with water all around. You know, you may find a lot of surprising things about me. Honey, you're as about as surprising as a bowl of oatmeal. How about relaxing here in the sun with me? Sure, sure. As soon as I do something first. Hey now, what are you up to? It's okay, Amelia. I'm just looking for something. Hey, here in the middle of the ocean? Come on, cut it out. Going in circles like that's making me dizzy. He can't find the green water. So they spend a good night, but then pirates come on. So he fights them. He fights them off. He gets knocked into the water.
Right.
And he comes out and fights them off.
Yep.
So is he like an abyss creature, like kind of
Basically,
clear like water?
think of it like Human Torch, but with water.
Cool.
Yeah,
or Hydro Man if you mix Hydro Man with Human Torch.
He's Hydro Man, Sandman, and some of.
No, I was just gonna say it was Hydro Man mixed with Human Torch.
Oh yeah,
I like that. I dig that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm just trying to make sense out of the artwork I'm seeing because transparent's kind of hard to draw.
Well, yeah, I know, but look, they're shooting right through him.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
So they get turned in. So yeah, they help him out there. He just basically explains all the way. Then he goes to the aquarium to figure out his abilities, what he can do. He can actually turn. Like I can even make parts of my body solid, like my hand, while the rest of me stays in a watery form. But the one thing I can't do is ooze through small spaces. So in other words, he can't make himself entirely water and go through it.
Right.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that for a weakness.
This is a cool Aquaman. I'm not even going to talk
Aquaman has a cool change to Aquaman, and it's not raining this time. He's more
So basically, water can go through him, but he can't go through that because obviously that'd be like slicing his body apart.
Yeah.
Like Jake, he can only stretch so much.
Yeah, or icicle.
Exactly, but now he also feels like I've turned myself into a freak. This isn't what I had wanted.
But you're the one who generated that DNA, right?
But he didn't know. But it was never to do this.
Yeah, it was the green water.
But anyway, so he does tell his brother. So he reveals it to him, but right when he does, he's getting shot at, and his brother gets shot in the leg, and it ends up permanently damaging his leg.
Oh.
So he chases after them. He chases after them, but the car chase goes around town until they turn the corner and right into a truck. And I'll just take a breather with this panel. No capture mind can explain it any better than Scott's great drawing. Yeah, he's right.
I mean, you even see the driver of the truck's head hitting the windshield.
Super dead.
No, the driver's fine. They're dead.
Oh,
that's so much detail. Like,
yeah, that's like brutal.
So yeah, he shows up, sees them. Of course, his brother feels like I can't be a cop any longer. At first, but he also instead of being he's starting to be breaking down, but his brother's saying, "Hey, knock it off, Raymond. It's not your fault. Stuff happens. That's all. Instead of being a dead horse, tell me about what happened to you. I must have been hearing things. I heard you say you had turned into water. Yeah, I finally know what I'm going to do with my new power. I'm going to use it to be the man that Dad would have wanted me to be. The man you always wished I was. I'll still do what I can for the environment, but until you're back on your feet, Frank, there will still be a crime fighter in our family, and no one will, but you will know my secret. Corniest speech I've ever heard, kid, but your heart's in the right place. Now give me the lowdown on this water stuff."
Aw, that's sweet.
Now there's a moment where Frank comes over to the church. He's there for a moment, but he thinks, what a crock. How can anyone believe? So he actually then, come on. Okay. They then start making all of this presence known, and they actually capture him under. He then leaves, though. Time freezes for a moment. He then picks up a bit from Frank, so he gets a good understanding of what to look for. Then Frank goes back, I just had a religious experience. You're kidding. You can say that again.
So you didn't believe that thing's all bullshit.
Yeah, so they observe it. They send people out there to find about what his brother can do. Nice tender moment. They go after Frank. He attacks them as Aquaman, fights them all off, and then he tries to claim, "Speak, Waterby. Who are you? How can you come to be here?" He makes a threat, but he then finds the opening, shoots it, beats them all up, and get away. And I love it. Where are the prisoners? That is all that remains. They are far worse than failures. They are mad. Dispose of them. So they're all happy and everything. But Frank feels a bit like, one, what's he going to do? And what's this Damien Dark guy going to do? Now we also see now Frank wants to get back in the force. Seeing that even with his the way his handicap, there's still laws protecting the rights of there's laws protecting the rights of handicapped people on the job. Not for a cop with a physical handicap could result in his failure to save someone in a crisis. And that someone could be you. I'm sorry, Frank. I really am, but it's final. You know, Dick, I remember when I was just Patrolman Raymond, and so his name is Raymond or Ramon Raymond.
Oh, I was gonna say
And
Raymond,
you were just
Raymond.
Sergeant Drury. You don't need to remind me. I owe you my life. Don't matter. I understand, but I've been researching on the net. The Surats in Paris have a much less restrictive attitude towards disabled officers. If I could, you're due a vacation time. I'll get LAPD to pay your way to Paris to observe their method on this. Basically, in other words, observe their method to allow people who are still disabled to still work. Report back with a progressive plan for my walking wounded cops who want to remain on active duty. Yes, sir! And stay out of trouble over there. But when they're on the plane, some of the people from the church want to take him down. They feel like they could do this without Aquaman nearby. He puts up a good fight, though, using his crutch.
Yeah.
And then, I love this. Now, since this happened after 9/11, you have this moment. Nobody's standing back. If a handicapped man can protect himself, so can we. And if JLA can fight us for us in LA, we can fight for ourselves up here. And if those brave souls who came before us could stand up and make a difference, we can too.
Yeah.
They take them all down, and eventually, easy, enjoy prison, boys. I'll be sending your Reverend Dark to join you before long. Chief Blakesley, I'm Lieutenant Frank Raymond, LAPD. I'm looking forward to studying your method of. They sent you to study our methods. I've heard in the Pirates report. We wish to study your methods, Lieutenant. I don't think so, Chief, because of my handicap. Clearly, Monsieur Lieutenant, no one can handicap experience. Basically, they say turn them over to Justice League of America, but they say they're going to go to the Justice of France. It's critical JLA business. Then perhaps the A should stand for it should be an E for Earth. N'est-ce pas? And he says, like, unless you knew one of them, nuts. I can be certain, but I promise Raymond, it's Ramon. I'd be keeping his identity a secret. I love that. Nuts.
That's funny.
I'll stay in Paris and keep an eye on them for the JLA. So apparently, he's already joined the Justice League.
Wait, he has?
Okay.
When
But basically, there's going to be a lot of jumping in time between things.
Yeah.
that's confusing.
Well, I mean, what are you going to do when each one's supposed to be a done-in-one for each one, but still progress a story?
Oh, yeah, good point. You have to do a time skip. So, screw it, time skip.
Oh, look at this!
That was amazing.
That is really cool. I gotta say,
Now, here's Catwoman. With
I heard
Carlos.
like that from the Watchmen kid or Cat or Black Canary.
Yep, and this is Carlos Pacheco on artwork.
Yeah, she was a Black Widow. It's a
but anyway. Oh, we're going to see the creepiest Damon Dark when we get forward. But again, it's going to be a case where Damon Dark is not going to be the main cohort. We got this guy named the Flesh Crawler.
Oh.
But Damon Dark's still going to be around paying attention to things.
Oh, he's a spy.
I heard you wanted to see us, Virgo. We've been here sooner, except we had some business downtown. I didn't ask for an excuse. Why? Do you know why I did not ask for an excuse? No, can't say as how I do. Then I shall give you your answer. Virgo, the flesh crawler, accepts no excuses. Yeah, what's happening to me? My skin feels like it's moving off my body. Virgo, make it stop. My flesh is squeezing me to death. Next time I summon you, you will come at once. Virgo must be obeyed. So apparently he's so ugly that his flesh crawls.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically they need a. Their plan is to gather up a model, make up a fake modeling photo shoot in a bank, and while they're there, they can just rob the bank.
Genius.
But yeah, so we're introduced to Joanne Jordan and Joni Jordan, one of the top model in LA, and with her cat Ebony. Yep, and they said they want to abduct her. Why? So they can use her to do the scheme.
Of course. It's always escape job.
But then all of a sudden, though, green lightning strikes and hits both her and her cat.
What? That's how she becomes the Catwoman because of green lightning?
Well, it's kind of like Flash. It's kind of like Flash, except there's a cat in with her, not chemicals.
Yeah, he's like
It's
Flash.
actually every one of them
that's
except
Flash.
the Superman.
Someone made a movie about this called The Chameleon. I forget the name.
Okay, anyway. But they wonder where she went. But look at this then. She starts slashing at them. My face! Somebody cut my face! The hell was your face? Find the girl. But yeah, she fights them all off, keeps them all in the shadows. I'm like, what's happened to me? All of a sudden I feel capable of any. Oh, she knocked the one guy to his death.
Murderers.
Wait, what? Oh.
Well, the guy has a gun still.
I mean, it's justified, but still.
All right, what's happened to me? All of a sudden I feel capable of anything. Like I've been reborn. She's got huge claws. Yep. It was after the green lightning bolt hit me. I was able to see in the dark like a cat. And just like Ebony, I extended my claws. But they're much longer than hers. I feel stronger, faster, more alert. Every nerve tingling. My senses are all on edge. Since I know I'm not hallucinating, there's only one answer. The green lightning bolt striking Ebony and me at the same time is giving me the powers of a cat.
Yep. Yeah, I got it. It's Mosaic. It is Mosaic.
Yep. So yeah, they explain about what happened and everything. And then we're seeing Mr. Drake, one of the main guys of their modeling agency. And as soon as they hear about what's been going on, because first it's like, I'll find out. My girls never miss a modeling session. There must have been a reason. I'll find out what happened and get back to you. In the meantime, reschedule the shoot. The bank's one of our biggest clients. I don't want to lose them. So again, basically the bank was already having it going on. Their plan was to abduct her and go there in the stead of the official crew.
Gotcha. Okay.
But yeah, so as soon as they find out about Joni actually stopping and the crooks. So Joni Jordan's a hero, eh? And the whole city's talking about her, eh? That means I can charge my clients more for her. But I mustn't let her know or she'll want a raise. Oh boy. I can't tell if this guy's a scumbag or what. But yeah, we also see Dinah, as in Dinah Lance.
Oh yeah, Black Canary.
But also we see another model named Raven.
Teen Titan character.
Yep. Look, Raven, I've had it up to here with you. You can't bear anyone else getting the good modeling job. Actually, I can't bear you, period. Oh, yeah? Why? Oh, no, my claws. I don't dare lose my temper. So, yeah, she makes an excuse to leave. They try, how about dinner tonight? I'd like to, Ben, but I've got to go home. My father must have seen the TV news, and he might be worried about me. Sure, kid, I understand.
What? Constantine.
Yeah, I love this also. I got a great golf game today. Tell you all about it at dinner. Whoopsie! I love it. It just so happens I'm free for dinner tonight. You're in luck, Raven. So am I. That backfired.
That backfired hard.
Okay, that's fun. Okay, stuff like that is funny. That's a good, funny backfiring, right?
That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
And it's clear, but again, Pacello set Stan up perfectly there. Look at her expressions.
Yeah. But
yeah, so she's practicing her abilities and everything. But then she meets up with her dad, and turns out he's a cop, or former cop.
Ex-cop, basically.
Yeah, an ex-cop, and yeah, he's not a fan of the vigilantes. So of course it's like, hey Dad, wait till you hear my news. Sure, honey, glad to see you. Just let me do one thing. There, that's what I think of superheroines. If it was up to me, they'd all be booted out of town. Who do you think they are, trying to make us cops look bad? We risk our lives 24 hours a day, and nobody gives a hoot. But they're never at risk, always protected by their crummy superpowers. And still, they get all the fame and glory. You know something? Even though I think modeling's a waste of time, I'm glad you're a model instead of one of those rotten superheroines. And I'm proud what you did last night. Just a regular girl like you standing up to those hoods. You proved it doesn't take superpowers to fight like a hero. Now, what do you want to tell me, Joni? Oh, nothing important, Dad. I think my cat Ebony might have kittens. Ow! I mean, I get where her dad's coming from.
But they like Mosaic, like with the same plot. But
okay. But yeah, so
not Mosaic. but also my like uncle. No, I mean father. You
Yeah,
know.
but anyway, so she comes up with her own outfit and puts on a wig, much like Black Canary used to.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and Black Widow.
Well, more Black Canary, more Black Canary.
Yeah,
You know, being blonde, and putting a, but in this case, it's being black hair and putting a blonde wig on. This one's reversed.
with big claws, kind of Wolverine.
So she's practicing her abilities, just showing off her agility, and ran out of real estate there. And then she sees a fire going on, so she jumps in there and helps get people out of there.
Yep.
Wow, just look at this artwork.
That was great. I love that.
So unique. It's so unique.
It's so adorable. It's so beautiful.
But yeah, then we see a bit more with Flesh Crawler basically saying,
"You're an astronaut."
Yeah, well, again, it's to cover his face.
Cover his face, yeah.
So yeah, they abduct Joni again, but when they do that, I love this. You are Joni Jordan? Yes, and I suppose you're Mr. Flesh Crawler? Not to you, my dear. You may call me Fergo. I knew you were a model, but I never expected anyone so bright, so lovely, so appealing. You were to be the linchpin in my plan to rob the Fifth Federal Bank. But that was before I saw you, before you won my heart. A bank is merely a bank. I could rob it at any time, but you must be kept safe, free from harm. You shall be my own personal treasure. Look, Fergo, I appreciate the compliment, but I'd rather eat worms than hang out with a dingbat like you. Ah, you have spunk. Spirit. I admire that. Be patient, my lovely. In time, you will learn to love me.
Ew.
Yeah, when Yasa Arafat gets bar mitzvahed, witty as well. What a rare prize you are. See that she's made comfortable in my private detention room. Treat her with the utmost care. She is my special guest. If she escapes, you can imagine the fate that will befall you. No problemo, Fergo. Ain't no one ever escaped from there before.
She can escape, Angie.
The
Yeah,
shower?
she does. She does. Well, who's pounding the wall? She's gone. No freaking way.
Yeah,
Makes her way out of there. And then and look, there's Dark. Look at that outfit. And look at that artwork on him. Oh, that's Morgana.
No, not Morgana, man. Dog. You look at Dog, he looks like a demon.
He looks like a demon, yes.
Yeah, very Skeletor looking, kind of cool.
Now there's Raven going in. Raven Rodell, eh? I've seen your ads. All right, go in, Bella. Jody Jordan. Wow, wait till I tell the guys at the bowling alley. So in other words, he's like, meh, woo-hoo.
Whoa! Like,
anyone ever tell you look just like George Clooney? Go right in, Miss Jordan. Like, I'll make sure no one else gets in. Yes, you do that little thing.
That's funny.
So yeah, she goes in there. It's right, and yeah, they're being forced to empty the money out.
Yep. And then she kicks the asses.
Yep, she kicks their asses, makes over to Fergo, rips it open. He uses a jetpack, flies off there, shows off his face. Her face starts to go nuts out, from the skin crawling.
Yeah.
Incredible. You live. You ever wish the fog killed you. For now, you will face something far worse. But she realized if she moves fast enough, she can do it without, his face, affecting her.
Yeah, but then it's gonna kill him, is he?
No, she doesn't kill him, actually.
Damn. Oh, he lives? Probably one villain did not die, Bonnie.
Probably because of her dad raising her right.
That's true, but all the killed the villains. Well,
so yeah, they're all.
Why did I kill a villain?
That is so cool.
But yeah, so they meet up with it is a nice happy moment. Of course, is their dad still feel like bah? But now we get into the late great Darwin Cook.
Oh, this breaks my heart.
And this is where we're introduced to Dinah Lance, who is she is the bigger rival to Joni than that Raven girl was.
Yeah, not all Raven, they're Raven.
Yep. Now to the one where she gets scratched by Ebony, which sets up that she could eventually become Black Canary. And then we're introduced to Joni, and we see Joni's father. And his name is Hal Jordan.
Yep.
Saw that coming.
Yep. But yeah, then they overhear some guy she thinks they say we need to get Joni Jordan. So she starts kicking their butts, but then tossing them all around until Hal stops them. And it's like, freeze, Dinah, that's enough. Are you with them? I'm a retired cop. These two men are two police detectives. They were sent here to get Joni's statement about the other night, not just get Joni, which you would have heard of if you hadn't assumed the worst about a person and knocked his teeth out the back of his neck before he even finished his sentence. Oh, whoops. Guess I was trying a little too hard to be another Catwoman. That's why they should outlaw these emerging superheroes and jail the bunch of them. They're inspiring civilians to be vigilantes, and then innocent people wind up getting hurt. Again, he's given fuel for his argument.
Yeah, he can feel the argument.
I love it. Tell you what, Miss Drake. Oh, sorry, that's just Dinah Drake, sorry. Hey, Miss Drake, I'm going to buy these black and blue men in blue, a cold one, and see if I can get them to agree not to press charges against you. Thanks. Sorry doesn't quite do it, does it? So then she joins them and asks, what started this whole rivalry? Turns out she named her bird Ebony as well.
Oh.
What? That's a weird.
No. They both have a pet named Ebony.
Oh, you have the cat.
The cat and the bird.
Wow.
That was cool.
Now we're on the penultimate one with Sandman, as we also deal with the true power behind Dark.
That's Sandman? He looks like a space guy.
And this is Walt Simonson on artwork.
Sandman, yeah.
Yeah, that's real.
There are many ways to die, but this is the loneliest. As it turned out, he was a young boy who was bedridden.
Oh, that's
for a long time. Because of a disease, he was bedridden for a long time. And look, this is very much meant to be like Little Nemo.
It's Little Nemo. You get
like ah!
Okay.
But yeah, he would be found by this weird, mysterious demon that would chase him, and he'd be on a treadmill. And he would also be helped by this little female named Milana.
There's a new game in Sandman.
No. This is just Sandman in general. It just happens to deal with dreams because, of course, Stanley's going to think Sandman dreams, of course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but new game in Sandman deal with.
Yeah, but again, that's just a coincidence, or just because that's the most natural thing to do.
Ow.
Yeah, it's not Sandman as we know him. Yeah.
But anyway,
that's where my mind goes to after you go to new game in Sandman with the dream.
But years passed until he finally was healthy enough, and then he made up for all the years bedridden, working out, going to MIT, and because he wanted to be an astronaut, so he became a fighter pilot, and then finally made his way up there. But then one of his buddies captured what was known as the mysterious sleeping death. Their faces turned purple, and people who are struggling to stay, those who are infected are struggling to stay awake. And of course, Reverend Dark stands ready to help the afflicted. But at one point, then they woke up and attacked people. And unfortunately, the night episode ended tragically.
So
they see this weird green mist up in space. So they're going to go up there and study it all. But and then we see more guys. I love this. Tell me, you sure your Victoria's Secret catalog, right? You were witty. I like that. Then when they see one guy collapsing with the sleeping death, he calls in police. But I love it. Now we can talk. Our church has much to offer. Sorry, lady. I can't scope a church that shrugs off a dead man like that. Be sure you don't catch cold in those threads.
Oh, nice.
I like him.
Yeah, but
he's a good smart ass, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's amazing.
And basically, the idea of it's like the peak of being an astronaut. This smart ass but a tough guy and a true American.
Kind of cocky, confident. Yeah.
Yeah, but he goes. But unfortunately, though, one of his friends stayed behind. Brian stayed behind, and but all he cared about was the mission. He goes up into space. He then heads out there, but then he gets cut off. And then they're hearing everyone, and Brian was the loudest, like a madman. The others were pleading, begging him not to do it. I kept wondering not to do what? Boom! The ship blew up, and he got knocked right into the green mist, where he sees
that's cool.
Yep, and the explosion could still send you back. There's still going to be a force.
That's true, but wait, is all the crew dead?
What? Yeah, the rest of the crew is dead. The rest of the crew is dead because he blew it up.
God, that's brutal. That's dark.
But yeah, so he's knocked through the mist. He then ends up in the dream world. And then he sees this mysterious shadow figure coming after him, chasing him. Until he sees Milana, full grown. I knew you would come. I've waited so long. But as the Oracle here, I always knew. So she's Oracle. And I shall help you.
Oh, yeah, bad Oracle?
Yeah, no. He then he's able to act without thinking. He kicks this guy's butt, but then he gets knocked around until eventually he's like, I saw you fly. You have a magic wand. But you have a magic wand. You have a magic wand. If this is a dream, then return me to my padded cell. Not yet, Larry Wilton. Oh, so no alliterative names. There is much for you to learn. So
Okay.
eventually, so we find out that apparently there's good dreams and bad dreams, and certain nightmares would corrupt people. Genghis, Attila the Hun, Jack the Ripper, Hitler, all caused by bad nightmares.
Wait.
Those that basically corrupted them, bad dreams that corrupted them by demonic
God.
forces.
I
So
get
Jack
it.
the Ripper, Hitler, Genghis Khan, all the
Attila the Hun, Attila the Hun.
Attila, not Genghis Khan.
So basically, all the Earth's major crises were caused by bad dreams.
We're called by demonically created bad dreams.
Okay, influenced.
Okay.
Yeah, and
idea.
she then gives him the power of Sandman, but he's not fully Sandman until the very end of the story. So yeah, he's given the power of Sandman. Like, there's one thing you must know: the gem upon your gauntlet is not merely for decoration. Within it are the glowing sands of Dreamworld. They shall be the source of your mystic power. And remember you this: when I first saw you those long years ago, I knew our destinies wouldn't be ever entwined. Hey, I can't think of anyone whose destiny I'd rather entwine. Larry Wilton might speak in such manner, but such talk is not seemly for the Sandman. You mean no perks go with the gig? Time enough for frivolity later. Look, clouds of danger already darken the horizon. As we basically find out, all the soul, basically the sleeping death is their souls being removed, and they're being given to Crisis.
Dun.
But yeah, now like she shows him some of his powers. For example, like see how I struck your arm? If this is a power, I like it. But there's more. You mean it'll get even better? Is it not strange that my hand goes right through your arm? How'd you do that? I didn't. You didn't. You did. You have the power to make yourself intangible. I must have been nuts to do it while you were stroking me. I fear you still not see the gravity of your mission or the danger to your world. Remember, only the Sandman can stop the Dream Lord. Right now, I'd rather get and stop and get to know those luscious lips of yours a little better. So remember, after I put the kibosh on that Dream Lord of yours, I expect to find you here waiting for me. Then we can take care of some unfinished business. I can understand this because she's been his dream girl since he was little up to, and he never stopped thinking about her.
Wait.
Finding out she's little and now he's a grown man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
She loved him as a child?
No. It's a one-way thing.
Oh.
Yeah, it's his dream girl, and I guess that took.
Yeah,
her
now
one.
she will appreciate it. She will fall for him as the Sandman. She did not love him as a kid. She was just there to help prepare him.
Okay.
To groom him.
No.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
But anyway, so he's sent back to the waking world, where it turns out he was rescued and saved and brought back a hero. And then he goes back to the meet with Dark because he knows this is what led to Brian's attack.
Indeed.
But when they met, he reaches for the gauntlet, like, you may leave now. But I thought you wanted to talk about the meeting has ended. As soon as they leave, he then sees one man being attacked, but it turns out his soul is being taken away. He stops it, but since no one else seen it, they thought he attacked him. So a bunch of people decided to gang up on him, but he's able to get away thanks to the intangibility.
Yeah, he's been set up.
Now, here's the other thing, though. The way it works is he leaves his body, so he needs to put his body somewhere safe
Astral projection.
for him to enter the dream world.
Yeah, he's vulnerable, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's go there and he sees all these spirits. She's there to warn him, like, you cannot remain here. If you think I'm going to leave you again, you must. Surely one not even an oracle to see if dreamers has arisen. Not even you can stem their attack. Turns out he was almost ready to be thrown out the window, but he was able to get to his body in time and go through the floor.
Yep.
Goes up there, fights the guys, tries to get one of them, but the guy then melts away, thinks the Dark's doing.
Of course.
So he makes their way there, finds the other assassin was killed. And of course, Oracle says, you need to come back now. So he hides himself in where they would normally put the chair, the seats.
Yeah.
And he goes in there. And sure enough, he starts running and the treadmill reappears.
Uh-huh.
Turns out it's the dream monster from his youth.
Oh, the same nightmare that attacked a child.
Yep. So he's able to gain control of it. So he's turned some of the demons in the sand. The demon's like, did you think yourself safe? Did you not know a living nightmare never ends except in death? Is it not truly ironic? The chosen one was chosen to perish by my hand. Enough talk. Never again shall we dread the coming of the Sandman. but then he taps into the gem and actually becomes a being of sand and is able to stop the Dream Lord. And then because of that, because he was able to figure it out, he then gains the mark of the Sandman. So I think for once, we actually get a storyline where he actually has a character growth.
Yeah, we're gonna have to heal and say all the other kills now become a heal. Okay, they were healed, but
they also kind of designed him, I think, to look like Marvel's Sandman. Like when he's not in the cowl.
Oh, for that one bit, yes.
He looks like Marco.
But you want to know the big? But then he uses his and all of his sand magic to gather up all the souls and bring them back. And Crisis is glaring him down. Wait. Yes, Crisis is a being. It's the name.
Okay.
So it's not the actual Crisis. It's more
no. His name is Crisis. But so all the souls are back. And it turns out the Dream Lord was dark.
It was dark the entire time. Dun dun dun.
And it turned out he was ready
to see the Green Andy.
Yep, and it turns out so he's down, and now they feel what to do next. But then Crisis has come to Earth.
Dun dun dun.
And now we get Richard Corbin doing this great artwork here, and it's meant to be a bit of a what was it? You're next. You're next.
It's not a big Crisis perspective.
See, like Crisis is coming. He's coming, and you're next.
You're doom.
See, oh look.
That was amazing. Oh, that was so beautiful.
Now here's the last one, the grand finale. Just imagine Crisis with John Cassidy on artwork.
Oh.
Cool. Now, this was before John Cassidy had gone to Marvel to do Astonishing X-Men, so he was still doing Planetary by this point.
What's Planetary? I know what that is.
It's one of those Wildstorm books.
Oh yeah, I read Wildstorm.
But anyway,
that's Catwoman.
Catwoman is chasing someone. Now we can tell it's Robin, but it's supposed to be a mystery. And we see Diana. He took one of the Hawk ruins.
I see it. Yep.
Yeah, I see.
And I love it. She ends up causing more damage. Like, don't worry, Diana, I'll get him. Yeah, sure. But I'd rather not wait till he dies of old age. Hello, Maria. It turns out, in between, Maria met Diana Prince and introduced herself.
When did that happen? I must know.
Again. A lot of this stuff happens in between because we're meant to assume this happened in between, events.
Oh yeah, I forgot because every single book takes a different timeline.
Yeah, well, not different timeline. Just the fact that, of course, we're not focusing on all the characters and everything. The only time we saw Wonder Woman was in Just the JLA, so this clearly had to happen in between.
Yeah, so it's gonna be after Just the Man JLA.
But yeah, it's like that's Maria. So they show up, they summon all the Justice Leaguers, including Sandman with Dark's body.
Wait,
he's still holding it.
Wait. When did Sandman get his body?
No. Remember, they just left the church, so he has to run back inside and get it.
Oh, okay, Superman.
But yeah, now of course Superman's ready to fight with Shazam because he thinks he's just a big gargoyle. Of course, thanks to Green Lantern, they stop. It'll take more than a tree to keep me away from getting you. You dim-witted fool! I'm on your side. I'm part of the JLA now, or else I crush you like a bug. You, so-called Sandman, why do you clutch the defeated husk of Dr. Dark? Doctor? Don't point at me, woman. I need explain to no one. All in the JLA are equals among equals. From this day forth, we are all a team. Respect our rules, or get you gone. Yeah, what she said. Listen, all. I won't say this twice. I come from Dreamworld. In that dark dimension, I too am an Earth defender. I learned much about the so-called Church of Internal Empowerment. Their Dark planned to open an interdimensional portal for his master, Crisis. Then Crisis would merge Earth into his conquered universe, a universe that he alone would control. Sandman can sense what others cannot. I sense much evil in the one called Robin. Though he is here with us, his soul belongs to Dark. Yeah, two can play that game, Big Mouth. See, I sense a lot of jive talk coming from some jerk in a sheet. Hey, get off the kid's case here. Dark used him to have him under his control, but he broke free. Robin's one of us now. How can you be so sure? Forget it. I ain't listening to no more of this garbage, and I don't need defending by the big bad Batman either. As far as I'm concerned, you're all a bunch of clowns. And knowing something, I just had a thought. You don't talk like a hell of a lot about that Crisis geek, and maybe you know too much about him. What are you getting at? How do we know you ain't him? You dare accuse me? Enough! How can we bring peace to this torture planet when we fight like fools among ourselves? Great, the green goofball turned his attention to those other two, so you and me can finish what we started. Of course, Aquaman uses his ability to stop them.
Thank God, because I don't want to see one fight.
Oh, wow. Feels like I'm living in a comic book. You've said this before. Superheroes meet, fight, and finally team up. Between Green Lantern and Aquaman, it may happen yet. Now that we've all calmed down, shall we get to the business at hand? Together, we could be invincible. We must be true to our mandate. All right. I never saw I team up with a bunch of oddballs. When our mission's ended, you face this oddball for the last time. Man, if we can harness all that hostility and turn it against Crisis, we'd have it made.
That seems so dysfunctional.
Hell, we've never teamed up before, right? We need, yeah, you have.
Yeah, you got teamed up before. You teamed up again.
Wait. Oh, wait. I think he means the new recruits.
Yeah, they didn't fight
So
with.
you mean Robin?
So he said she's saying that. So she's saying that to Catwoman.
Catwoman, yeah.
No way, no how. Is there enough time for me to get used to all you losers? I don't get it, kid. We're probably around the same age. How'd you become so bitter in such a short time? There's more than bitterness inside that boy. There's a dark secret. Then Damon Dark taunts them, saying how even with his last death, he's on Crisis is coming.
Yeah, then she'd get blown up.
No. And then we see Madame Xanadu is ready to take back the amulet of Sapphire. And then it turns out Tommy and Mark are ready to take it for them. They want the amulet will be mine. No, it's intended for me. I have it. There's nothing I cannot do. Then Xanadu banishes them.
Why you got the amulet?
Salute.
Oh yeah, they send them with them into the Phantom Zone. Where?
Limbo.
Nope, it's actually the Phantom Zone. This one, and it's also Limbo. But it turns out we see Adam Strange again, but he was reborn in there.
That's him.
And he's now the Phantom Stranger.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so wait. He tried to villain first.
Yes, and now he was reborn in the Phantom Zone.
Okay.
But now it turns out Tommy was adopted by a dream demon, which he pulls out, and we no longer deal with her.
Oh, so she.
And it turns out Mark Merlin truly was the son of Merlin.
What? Okay.
He was the son of Merlin, and then sent forward in time.
Huh?
Okay.
How did he step forward in time?
Merlin did it to try and protect him.
Oh.
But Dark found him. And then he's like, what does it have to do with the amulet? Everything. Long have I waited for this moment. I will now reveal its secrets. The amulet contains a modicum of the power of Crisis himself. The purple energy serves whoever holds it. Still, this is only a fraction of its true power. The full power of the amulet can only be activated in one way. Around the neck of the one true child Dark had was the daughter of Crisis.
Daughter of
Crisis? Yep, and apparently Adam Strange was the son of Dark and Morgana Le Fay.
Oh, that's been why you don't know to control Deathstroke.
Yeah. So he was there. So basically, Adam Strange was that, and whoever this other child is the child of Dark and the daughter of Crisis.
Okay. So wait.
Oh, look there.
Sorry.
There's Crisis.
He looks like the Monitor, not from DC. Wait, is it DC? What am I saying?
And then now you see, Milana Oracle shows up to try and explain everything to them.
Look how it's Starfire. If you look at the hair, it's like Starfire.
Yeah, but they try to come up with a plan to deal with Crisis. Like the hour of Crisis is at hand. We then see Mark show up. And he says, it's revealed to me that one of you is a traitor. But this amulet, which is strong enough to stop Shazam, ain't nothing that can stop me. Morgana then shows up and reveals Mark is the son of her and Merlin.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yep. And then, but then he hugs her and she hugs him, but then says, "This world can shelter us no longer. We must abandon reality. Trust me, my son. We shall find sanctuary in oblivion as they are wiped out by Crisis."
Wow, that's brutal.
And he takes their amulet and then uses it you dare attack Crisis?
Yep.
And he starts to give them nightmares, their worst nightmares. Crocs is alive and slaughtering Lois. Robin is beating up Batman. That's his Flash feels her speed has aged her. Morgan Le Fay is back again already and transforming in powerless. Aquaman is in a desert, a never-ending desert. Kitez is attacking Wonder Woman. Ebony and Joni feels her and Dinah's cat ate her, and Bird ate her cat.
What? That's stupid.
Robin fears Bess is about to be killed by Crisis, and Brian is back as a dead man strangling Oracle, and Green Lantern fears the Earth is dying.
Some of these nightmares I don't get. Okay.
To be fair though, this is all the setup that we're going to get more from the backup stuff.
Oh. Wait. So that's the one we're going to get back to. Oh, the other one inconsequential?
These are all just their worst fears or just powerful nightmares.
Oh.
But then Sandman's able to block them until he shows them how one of them reacted differently. Notice how Robin just stands there. He doesn't do anything. So was he simply petrified with fear, shocked into inaction, or because he was the ally of our deadly foe? Of course, then you see Superman is ready to go, like, I'll pound him. But then Robin grabs the amulet, and is able to zap Superman and sends him back to his homeworld.
Yeah.
And then Sandman uses the ability to project and show that it was Robin stealing the outfit and the idol.
So he's a bad guy?
Yep, no, they tried to talk him in, like, let go. Now, he tries to claim Sandman gave you an illusion. It ain't true. But then he reveals something else. Turns out Oracle, Milana, is not only Dark's ex-wife, but the daughter of Crisis.
She's the daughter of Crisis?
But she's been trying to stop him. But yes, she is. So that makes them all think, so they think Sandman is the traitor because of that.
With the BS, he's not the traitor. He's the good guy.
No, but you would think that, given how he's the agent of the daughter of Crisis.
Oh, so kind of prior.
So he takes the amulet, but then Crisis captures them all, but Batman gets away.
Of course he does.
And it turns out, Robin was the son of the other son.
Wait, he's the son of Crisis or the son of
No. He's the son of Dark and Milana.
Oh. So he's a villain.
Okay.
Yes, he is. And now Superman is back on Krypton. And he actually feels like maybe it's because I wanted to get my way and get here. But he feels this isn't right because he wanted to get back in his own way, not just sent here like that. Like, now that I'm here, what am I going to do? My wife gone. There's no family waiting for me. Find smugglers and thieves on Krypton seems pretty dull next to saving a planet back on Earth. Besides, that Lois Lane chick was beginning to get to me. That clinches it. I got to get back. Now, it turns out the green metal that made the space time bender was kryptonite, but it doesn't kill him.
Right.
Oh, that's
and he's able to use it to connect back to Yggdrasil and be brought back.
So wait, he finally got back home and said, screw it. We'll do it over there. Go back.
Yeah, so he had to go back and he realized he actually had a purpose on Earth.
Yeah, but not to protect anyone, but to protect his loved one. And that's it.
Yeah, well, that too, but only because he just felt like he felt more fulfilled on Earth.
And he was making some money, So
that too. So basically, but then Batman picks up the staff, Wonder Woman's staff, because she dropped it. And he actually uses it to open his mind, his spirit, reaches out and contacts everyone we've seen in all the backup stories. Everyone. All the secondary characters, everyone. And they all start to be drawn there and show up. Superman flies in, he gets captured, but he did so he can blast him with the kryptonite energy. And then that allows everyone to get free. Robin then decides to take out the amulet. Bess tries to talk through to him. He kills her.
What? What the hell?
Wow.
Because he's that far gone. Batman then punches Robin. He drops it and becomes Hawkman.
Of course.
And he starts they start to fight. Robin and now Hawkman starts to kick everyone's butt. Same with Crisis using his energy on it. We've won. Yeah. But Green Lantern does one last ditch effort. Brings back Yggdrasil to pull Robin and Hawkman in. And then he's reborn, recreated as the Atom.
What?
He has basically all that power. the power of the amulet, the power of the Hawkman stuff, the power that Dark had given him, all reversed and amplified. And
So
what does he
I
do?
am power, I am Adam, Kelly He-Man.
Yep. And he wipes out Crisis.
Just like that, in 2 seconds.
Fusion.
I mean, of course, they would say, like, is he been destroyed or sent to another dimension? Now, at first, they think, like, do we risk going after him? But then as soon decide, like, you would find us to be your greatest allies. But despite your great power, if you menace mankind, we'll be your deadliest foe. Get off it, GL. How do you scare a man who beat Crisis so easy? If I could speak for all of us non-super people, no matter how powerful Adam is, if the JLA is to fight him, we're all behind you. In my heart, I know one thing. Those with true power have no need to prove it. I offer Adam the chance to join us as an equal among equals. Had you begged or had you threatened, I would have turned against you, but you spoke with honor. So I say, I shall repay in kind. I am proud to join the JLA. And so the world returns to normal. Maybe he's been reborn though. He's not Robin.
Right. He's not Robin anymore. I forgot.
Although, alas, the normal condition of mankind includes much evil doing and injustice. But as long as there is need, as long as there are battles to be fought and victories to be won, as long as our greatest, truest heroes, our police and firefighters and military forces, serve as democracy's first line of defense, that's how long, ever more supportive, ever more dedicated, the JLA will be there. A Justice League for all.
Yep.
So
Amen,
before we get, and there's the back cover.
That's awesome.
So before we get into the tales, how was that?
I've always thought my favorite one though was the Flash one. My favorite
all right, but Dead Guy.
Interesting to say the least. I do
good
feel
experiment. A good experiment.
I feel like Stan Lee got rushed, rushed through some of the story. So there was a lot that just sort of chopped off.
That's true.
But I did notice so many Easter eggs. Throughout, I noticed there was just
Dead Man,
so much.
all that.
He was combining so many origin stories together into one that you almost had to know what you were looking for to see it. And I do think that shows his love for comics. Even when he hopped over to DC just to do these. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It still showed his love for comics and that he knew his DC history. He was aware of it.
Or he was given his DC history anyway.
I don't know, man.
No. Trust me. It's been Michael Uslan has made it no secret he was provided the history. He did not know much about it.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I mean, I guess everybody knows Batman and the Superman, but everybody else he probably.
The Sandman was an interesting original one.
Yeah, I do.
That would not given that. Adam was weird.
He's meant to be weird. He's meant to be weird. But anyway, here's the recent one shot.
Why did you pick it so small? Okay.
Oh, I don't know why, but this is the cover by Jim Chung.
Yeah, I seen that cover before on the promotion.
And we got stories by Michael Uslan doing the Batman one. Mark Waid doing Superman, of course. Wonder Woman by Stephanie Williams. I read through it. It's not that bad. The Flash by Becky Cloonan and Michael Conrad. Green Lantern by Kenny Porter, the guy doing DC Mech. Shazam by Colin Kelly and Jackson Lansing. Aquaman by Zach Thompson. Catwoman by Megan Fitzmartin. Again, not that bad. Sandman by Steve Orlando. Glad to see him back. And JLA by Jerry Ordway. The only
I'm looking forward to.
Wow.
Michael and Uslan and Ordway are the only returning guys from the originals.
Wait, they're the only returning ones? Why would the other
ones? And Kevin McGuire on artwork.
I was going to say Steve McGuire, yeah.
Heck, I want Dan Jurgens. Oh, well.
Sadly, no.
Yeah.
Dude, he can't be everywhere. Now, that's not meant to be Robin. We're like, there are 8 million stories in Gotham City. This is one. So basically, we see the choker instead of the Joker.
Oh, I get it.
And with his high tech replicating the sonar-driven hearing of a bat, wealthy Wayne Williams listens in on a meeting of the 100. Our mission: from chaos comes a new order. Our target: the man brought back to the GCPD to clean up crime and corruption. Hal Jordan, Commissioner Hal Jordan. Wait, what?
Commissioner Hal Jordan.
I think they forgot. I think there's a case where we look at this as a broad stroke.
What does that mean?
As in, either this is Joni's father, but younger, or they forgot and we should just take it as that was not, they dropped that part.
They probably forgot because remember the Stanley book made the urge.
But Useless is the one who wrote the backup, so he wrote Hal Jordan as Joni Jordan's dad.
Well, it's been a long time since he wrote this story, so
yeah. But we see, Frederick, like I won against 100, and I got to dope out a way to beat him. Frederick, how about a lift downtown? Where to? Skid Row.
Park Lightning reference.
The group is called the 100.
Yeah, Park Lightning reference. Park Lightning fought the 100.
Right, but yeah, so we see Jack the Choker.
Yep. But
and he goes after
the alley.
Yeah, this and woman saying, compulsion, such a beautiful thing. Soon I'll strangle the life out of this entire city.
Yep.
The killing ends now. It's okay. I won't hurt you. I'm the Spatter Bats. Can't take a choke. Choke on this, you monster. So his mask gets pulled up, but he puts it back on before anything could happen. Hold your fire. I got him. Not till I got him. Corrigan, the commissioner said, hold your fire. No way, I got a clear shot. Get down. Cease your fire, damn it, and call the EMTs. For this vigilante freak, now. Nice work. You saved that woman. Yeah, from Choker and your trigger-happy man. Thank God Batman was here. The moment you uncuffed my hand, my real power will return it out. Shut up. You're hurt. The ambulance will. No. They'll ID me, and it's clear I gotta hide my identity from you cops as much as from the perps. The soul of the city's at stake. My wife's a nurse. Let her patch you up. Then I'll drop you wherever you say. Maybe it's time we stop fighting among ourselves and together fight not just these psychos, but the 100. It's about frickin' time. So let's set up a signal so I can reach you. No way. Don't call me, Commissioner. I'll call you.
That's funny.
So how was that for that first story?
That was fun.
Okay, I see. They're little short. Okay.
Yeah. And we see, all right, things never worked, and things with Lois Lane never work. What's going to work out to her? I was just a stepping stone, or worse, a freaking ATM. ATM. That's a good one, Olsen. Good one, Olsen. Write that one down. Anyhow, I couldn't see it till she sold my secret identity to that gossip site. Goodbye, Clark Kent. Goodbye, girlfriend. I don't know what made me think I could find love on Earth, a world so full of hate. Now back home, right, Lila. We covered this in chapter 1. Back home, I had Lila, my wife. Brilliant, beautiful, classy, and the way she moved. Man, she was life itself, Olsen. Then that slime ball, Gundar Gorick, and he murdered her just because I busted him and put him away a while. So I chased him again, not just as a law bringer. This time you were out for blood. Like he's heard this before.
Yeah, before way too many times.
So in other words, so apparently he just always likes to repeat himself, constantly retelling the story.
Yeah, like that's funny.
So what's good as being the strongest, the fastest if I can't get home? You had a chance to get home.
Yeah, you did. You got to home before. You went back.
Again, this is why I say they broad stroked it.
Yeah, they did. But it didn't make no sense.
To be fair, here's what I see. This is not exactly the same world that we just went over. This is the multiverse version, the Earth 6 version. So it's not 100% accurate. It's probably 80%.
So it's not the original Earth 6 universe. It's a different Earth 6 universe. No,
I'm saying Earth 6 is its own universe. That's not 100% accurate to what the other one was. So obviously it's broad stroking. Some things happened, but clearly some things didn't.
So it's not the same world that we thought when you
It's not 100%. It's more like 90%.
Okay, but they're getting confusing in my brain.
Well, anyway. But he said, but nothing changes. Earth will never have a space program. Now, it's either that or Markway wanted to still play off of this whole, take it to the limit, this whole space program thing.
Not as long as a jerk. Yeah.
Yep, not as long as you idiots keep wasting all your money, time and money on war. Hey, that's not me, dude. I fought to end your damn wars, but they keep happening because you never go to the source. What? Look, you can't keep just keep destroying missiles and tanks. It won't fix anything in the long run. They always make more. So whatever I do is worthless. That's not what I. You say we squander too much on weapons, and you're bang on right. So what you have to do is find out who ends up with all the money. You want to stop war? You don't go after soldiers. You go after the profiteers driving it because war makes them rich. I think you might be onto something, Olsen. I am? I mean, I am. Well, have at it. I got enough to work on your memoirs a while. If I need you, I'll buzz you on the watch. So he goes after one of these profiteers and decides to drop him off in the middle of the war to make his point.
Of course.
But and he's all like, I see. When it's your own life at stake, things look a lot differently. But then the guy makes a good point saying, you think, I don't have that kind of power. I don't dictate policy like a tyrant. I answer to a board, shareholders. And Dynamic is just one company, Superman. How many American firms have defense contracts? 1,000? More? With how many executives, board members, large stakeholders? How many lobbyists haunt the Pentagon and Congress to make sure those contracts keep flowing? Congress allocates the money. That's 435 seats in the House and 100 in the Senate. And then there's a defense contractor handing out jobs in every single House district. All of them. And that's just the U.S. Other nations account for almost 2/3 of the world's military appropriations. That's so. I can't imagine how many businesses, people, generals, government types, even voters you'd have to coerce, convince worldwide. Huh. That does sound like an awfully big job. Huge. Massive. Damn near impossible. Yes. I guess I better get busy. Wait, what? Superman, where are you going? You can't end war. It's too big of a task. Superman, you try this, you're in for a never-ending battle. Put this one in the memoirs, Olsen.
That's funny.
I get what Mark Waid is going with. He's taking the idea of that story with the lobbyist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that, but it's not great.
Okay, no, that is actually now I said that is clever.
It's
Taking this stamped Superman, but put him in that first Superman story with the lobbyist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
that is brilliant.
I'm going to war with
so maybe
war.
action number one again, but
yeah, from action number one. From action number one, the lobbyist story.
Okay, interesting concept. Do we get to see more of it? No, we don't.
No, we're not. But for this one story, it works.
Yeah, I'll give it there. I'll give credit there.
Now we see Maria here, still working at the expose. Of course, she does get some cat calls, but she doesn't overly think like, I love to meet her under the mistletoe during the holidays.
Ho, ho, ho.
Hey, sweetie, what's the rush? An earthquake happens, beams falling. Like, quick, I need to find somewhere to transform while this quake has everyone occupied. Gross, but it'll have to do.
That's funny.
Got it. Good thing I was around. Whoa, it's Wonder Woman. Thank you. I'm only doing my job that you may continue to do yours.
Yep.
So meets up with Willard again, and William, like, how sweet of you, William. I'm doing okay. Thankfully, it wasn't the big one. Yeah, because that would put a damper on this evening. This evening, was the holiday party moved to tonight? No, want to invite you to dinner to celebrate your promotion. No rush to answer. So like, he was the editor. Now so he gave up his spot, and he's just now the higher up, and she's taking his spot as the editor. Okay, that makes sense. I can see that since he's the owner too. Since he's the owner too, he could give up being the editor and give it to her.
I'm all for that, but that makes more sense than the Superman.
Yeah, she was also his assistant. So yeah, give her the job.
Yeah, that's good.
No rush to answer now, but the offer stands when you're ready. Dinner with William could be a nice change from how I usually spend my evenings. Maybe it's time to promote my social life to go along with my new role at work. So they're going out for dinner, lobster and everything, spending a good time. I should be the one thanking you for taking a chance on me. And
they love each other.
This is Frostine, but she's clearly looking like the blue snowman.
Here's the blue snowman.
Frost.
No, the blue snowman's an actual Wonder Woman villain, but instead this is Frostine.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So they sound like, you won't break free a second time. Enough. You are putting innocent at risk. By the power of the golden staff, dismantle this contraption of malice and cold, so the one who wears it is free to bear her soul. I lost my job and benefits today. I have a sick child who I can't afford to take care of, let alone give her Christmas she deserves. She has a parent who loves her dearly. Trust me, that's enough for any child. Okay,
Okay.
So they're at least calling her out for lashing out about losing the benefits. They didn't try to say, "Oh, okay, here's money."
Yeah, we did give her some motivation that we could be a hero.
So yeah, so their plans are cut short, but then they decided to spend a good evening together, just amongst with each other and all that. Perhaps
That's a
I'll never
sweet
be able to
story.
reveal I'm Wonder Woman to William, but that doesn't matter. For she and I are one and the same. A new year means a fresh start, and maybe even a future where he can learn to love both. And see, Stephanie Williams did this.
Wait, they didn't say the current one would have been bad.
Yes.
It's been good.
Yes, this was good.
How is she doing so good this, but not the main one of them? It's been
Probably
bad.
because she's good at short stories, I've noticed. You give her a short story with a limited amount to do, she usually focuses on the main theme.
Story arc, she sucks at it. Yeah.
Oh, now we have Becky Cloonan and Michael Conrad with The Flash, artwork by Pablo M. Kolar.
My
And
favorite
basically-
character in all Stanley equations.
Yep, and basically, we get a summary about her history, and it turns out she's been constantly going back in time, constantly trying to save her father. But every time she does,
about this. I've been wondering.
it still happens, though, every time. It's basically, as she puts it, the thing about the past is no matter how fast you run, it always catches up to you. So no matter what she does, it keeps on happening, no matter what she does.
So it's been like Doctor Who logic, but you can't mess with time.
Yeah,
Or
but
the fixed
without the solidified time backlashes.
Oh, yeah.
So she even goes after Zorgo, stops him so her father can run off. But eventually, she goes back the furthest she can go when she was born.
18 years ago?
Yep. Wait, 18? Yeah. So she's 18. Okay.
Weird.
Mind if I take a seat? Been running around all day. Yeah. I mean, no, I don't mind. Sorry. Thanks, sir. You all right? I'm sorry, just my wife, Sarah. Our baby's healthy, but Sarah didn't make it. I'm a father now, but I never felt so alone. I'm sorry, I shouldn't bothering you with all this. No, I'm fine. I'm sorry, Philip. I wish there was something I could do. How do you know my name? Are you with Stealth? No, wait. It's you. My God, you look just like your mother. You used to tell me that all the time growing up, but I can't go back any further than this. I've never met her. So in other words, she can't go past any further than when she was
Her own
born.
existence,
Is she go back to
It's that whole notion of you can't go back in time. Some version of time travel has to be you can't go back further than when the idea of time travel was first conceived. In this case, it's you can't go back any further than her own existence.
Wait. Okay, wait. Okay.
I'm just saying there are some series of that time travel.
So she can't go back in time before she was born?
Yeah.
She
can't.
Oh. That's sad, depressing.
Yeah.
She gave me no mother? God,
Nope.
that's depressing.
You used to tell me, but I can't go back any further. I've never met her. So it actually worked. We figured it out. Yes, you defeated time, Dad, but that's not what I came for. What do I say? And please don't inject me with superpowered DNA. Don't get involved with stealth. For the next 16 years, you'll wonder if the path you're on is the right one. But you're here. You're proof that I am. I'm not proof, Dad. I'm your daughter. All I know for sure is I miss you. I know. Wait, before you go, here. This was your mother's. I want you to have it. High risk, high reward. I get it. He thinks he can save Mom. And I can't blame him for trying. That's why he wanted to go back in time. I guess it's the same broken logic that keeps me going back. I know I can't fix the past. But the future, I have to believe I have an impact. That starting now, things can change. It's hard to see meaning in all the sadness, the tragedy and loss, what it's all for, when nothing we do will change. And maybe we can't fix the past, but we're here now. So to answer the question, what is the reason? That's us. We are the reason. And what we do matters.
That's a great story.
that
I
was a
never
good
my
one.
favorite story of all these because it's great.
Now
And
here's Shazam. I don't know, Green Lantern. This is Green Lantern. Not
Shazam, but remember, see the little green icon.
Yeah, this is Green Lantern. Like it's a bunch of a big kerfuffle is happening. Things are going out of control.
Who wrote the Flash? Who wrote the Flash story?
Oh, that was let me go back. Oh, that was Cloonan and Conrad.
That's a good story. It's a great story about it.
They've done good stories. They have done good stories. They're not all good, but they have done good.
Oh yeah, they haven't done a good story before. My bad.
I mean, come on, Gotham Academy.
I mean, they did like that. I really read that book that much.
Okay, but anyway.
I don't even recall doing Gotham Academy. That's adorable.
Anyway, Green Lantern,
Green
things
Lantern.
are starting to go crazy. He turns into Green Lantern, like, Green Lantern, I hope that you can hear my words through the dark energies around the planet. The situation is dire. I hear you, Yggdrasil. What's happening to the Earth? Who's responsible? Necron, the devourer of life.
Of course.
So yeah, basically, he has to deal with Necrons throughout all this. And
Well,
look at that!
That is
Look at that
freaking
pig.
cool.
No,
No, it looks like a mixture of insects.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And I think that's meant to be a jab at Parallax being a bug.
Giant,
Yeah.
space
But yeah, he says big word for a giant termite.
giant termite.
You want the planet, you go through Green Lantern first. So they fight it out, and my doubts about this fight get exponentially bigger. Again, they put up a big fight. Yggdrasil is then brought forth.
No more.
Oh!
Shit!
That's when it hit me. And that's when it hits me. Yggdrasil is right. The other champions fail because they try to do it their own way and on their own. But my power comes from life. All life on the planet. I'm not really alone. I can reach out to their minds with Yggdrasil's roots across the planet. So he summons on all the people to give their energies to him so he can then take out Necron.
Yep, and one punch and throw him into space.
Yep. No, and unfortunately, he also has to Yggdrasil's going to have to regrow again.
It's dead? When that happened?
No. It shrunk because it was damaged.
All the life force, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that is so Dr. Manhattan. Just
Yep.
sitting,
And
really
this
cool.
is by Kenny Porter, the guy who does DC Mech.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I know
And Jurassic League. No, wait, not Jurassic League. Not Jurassic League. He's just DC Mech.
No, DJ Mac. You're bringing out the guy who
looks like Constantine.
Dead Earth. That guy.
Yep. But this is Jackson. Okay, anyway, this is Jackson Lansing and Colin Kelly. Now, I know those guys do that Sentinel of Liberty Captain America book, but they've also done that Batman Beyond, that recent Batman Beyond mini.
You mean Neo? Yeah.
Yeah, and they've done the Tales from the Dark Multiverse, and Dark Knight's Metal.
I thought Scott Snyder wrote that story.
That was a good story.
That was cool.
Yeah. No. Scott Snyder wrote also.
No. He plotted it. They wrote it.
He concepted. Scott Snyder concepted. Yeah, but still,
they did all the writing.
That's a hell of a team, if you ask me.
Yeah, it's a great team. It's a great story. It's one of the good.
And they've been doing stuff with Star Trek lately.
I read Star Trek, so I don't.
All right, but anyway, we see
not a Star Trek.
We see Rob making his way through, and it turns out Nina has become his ops.
Yeah, her handler.
Yeah. And he's been caught up by Mr. Mind.
That's Mr. Mind. I bet that I got Mr. Mind. The guy should
The thinker.
Oh.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
And apparently he dealt with. Look at Shazam here.
Dude,
badass. That was amazing.
That's
awesome.
like Etrigan and Atrocitus.
And he just takes them all out quickly.
Yeah.
With blood in his face.
Yep. Damn it, Rob. If you're dead, I swear to God. I'm here, Carla. It was Carla. It's done. We're done. Target eliminated. Contingency secured. Good. One less red spot on the big board. Now walk it off. And court accepts. Tomorrow you do it all again. So in other words, it's playing off, but I'm being the spies and everything.
Yeah, it's being the guy's secret agent.
Now here's Aquaman.
That is why I'm not fan of Shazam. He's more of a secret agent guy than a.
Yeah, but it worked. But it's different.
It's different. I get.
Anyway, we see Aquaman.
Yeah, now Aquaman.
Yeah, all of a sudden a hurricane started right out of nowhere. So he's going in to help people out.
Who wrote the story? Who wrote this?
Zach Thompson.
Zach Thompson. I forgot what he wrote.
I'm not sure, but anyway, they're dealing with all of this big hurricane that just comes out of nowhere, and it's coming from a skyscraper.
Okay.
So he goes right into the heart of the building, trying to figure out what's going on. The eye of the storm. We see this group of scientists working on it. Aquaman's breached a Titan lab. Destroy him.
Yep, and he kicks asses.
Yep, he kicks ass, stops them, and gets this creature that was in there out of there.
Yay!
Oh, it was a whale.
It's a whale.
It's a whale.
It's like a whale.
Yep.
And look, there's Frank. Turns out Frank can walk now.
Yay!
Hey, cool.
And they hug.
And it turns out all the...
But the world worked perfectly.
Oh, I love it. Who are the masked men and watching Aquaman from afar? And what do they want with our water skating wonder? The end?
Yep, the end. Till the next time. Aquaman channel, Aquaman time.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Now here's Catwoman. As we're seeing, like, because I don't know how Joni Jordan's going to get out of this. How did she get into this, true believers? For that, we journey to yesterday to find Joni on the phone with her agent's assistant. This is Megan Fitzmartin, I should point out.
Oh, yeah, this is her story.
Come on, Claire. You're telling me there's nothing out there? I'm sorry, Joni. Mr. Drake likes you, but he can't get you to see and can't get you seen for anything. Dinah Lance beat you out for the last job and the one before that. Dinah, my neighbor and bane of my existence. Ever since trying to get me evicted, she's been doing everything she can to take me down. This is the old-fashioned modern woman, and this is so old-fashioned. Modern women should support each other. The cow. You sure there's nothing else?
What?
Well, I haven't been able to get a hold of Dinah for this other opportunity. This is a bad idea. I know it's a bad idea. I've heard rumors about Rex Mastiff, the kind of things he asks Miles to do. He's a dog. But what choice do I have? Oh, it looks like Hugh Hefner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have to.
No one else will hire me, and either this is a gig that will pay or a crime front that Catwoman can take out. I'm starting to think maybe it's the latter. Holy, this is worse than I thought. Models, so many of them in cages. And Rex Mastiff in a dog mask taking pictures with them. With Dinah? Help! I gotta get out of here. Hey, where do you go? So basically, in other words, basically a bunch of pigs, sexist pigs, abducting models. Which, to be fair, okay, I can see. I don't think that is them making a statement that all men are pigs. I think this is just a case of what kind of thing could you see Catwoman deal with? Well,
with assholes, basically, who kidnap women.
When men are pigs.
Yep.
Wait, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Why did these stories seem so familiar yet so foreign? Maybe because they're loosely based off of what Stan Lee's worked on.
Yeah, the all Stan Lee, basically his kids and his babies.
Yep, but yeah, so she she tried to escape. Jody, what are you doing here? I wouldn't want my friends here, and let alone you. Nice. It should be easy to get out, especially since they haven't put on one of those collars on me yet. But it would have to reveal myself as Catwoman. I can't do that. It's the only thing I have left. The one thing and Tina hasn't taken from me. Like, don't be scared, Joni. Catwoman will save us. She wouldn't stand for this injustice. She's my hero. Her hero? You wish you were in this cage with Catwoman? Let's get out. Let's get you out of this cage, pretty bird. Hey, what are you doing? Don't worry about your shot color. Get ready to fight. You're gonna be puppy chow. Heel. Take the key. So basically, she just revealed to Dinah that her secret.
She's Catwoman. Yeah.
Fetch. That's it, Dinah. Take the keys. I got to get something. You got it. And comes out like I didn't start. Burp. But I can tell you how this ends. I'm not getting sad. I'm getting even on my vigilante. Burp. Cat's got your tongue, Catwoman. I'm not going to get a pass, am I? Do I have to dress up like a bird to be a vigilante? I'd like to see that canary. That isn't a bad idea, is it? We were always at odds. Now, remember when Ebony scratched Dinah? That was actually done intentionally to set her up as gaining powers later.
Gotcha.
But now after saving her, the two have now become friends. Now, see, what did I mean here? This was not bad for Megan.
No, and honestly, I love the Goon style art too. Like, I don't know why.
Well, not the Goon. It might be
Anthony Marquis.
Dalton Cook. It might Dalton Cook artwork.
Yeah.
It's a Dalton Cook artwork.
But yeah, like, see, Megan can do good.
But why everything else she was just not?
She has. But anyway, now we're getting up to, I believe this is the Sandman.
It's Sandman.
Do you really want to do this? Do you really want to take a bullet for the Sandman? Only fair, he's taking plenty from me, for all of us, for every morphin and morphine in there. Come on. And in there, you mean Dream World? And place ain't real. You're protecting a con man. So this guy doesn't believe he's Sandman. This guy's using Sandman. It's sad. You morphins wasted your life guarding a failed astronaut. Now your Sandman's powerless to save you or himself. You sure, Slitherhead? Meanwhile, in the dream world, help! Someone, please help me! No, not again. Not again. Just stop. Just leave me alone. Careful, girl. Terror Tundra is a liquid time loop. Poor kid, over and over again, hunted by his own worst nightmare. Want that ball, Susie girl? Better run. I'm gaining on you. I'm almost. Wait, Susie, no, get out of there. It's okay, Susie girl. Help, Ma, anyone. So he got hurt. Oh, his foot ran over. His foot got ran over.
Holy shit, that dog.
Optimus Prime.
The stupid driver. He didn't even stop. Just step aside, Morphine. Told you, Slitherhead. I'd sooner die so you do what you need to, or what King Cobra says you need to do. My prophet don't give orders, and he's plenty real. The Sandman's using him. He gets in your head. Dreams ain't worth it, except reminding you what you rather forget. Sounds like you've had some bad dreams. See that? Your savior just went and let you get shot. Some power he's got. Chosen one. The warden of Dream World. What a load. King Cobra made me stronger and my fear. And choked it out with something better. Something real, fits and family. Cause what's your man ever done that mattered? So hit the high clouds, girl. That's one hell of it. So he's saying, that's well, I think he's saying it to Milana or me. I don't know. No, girls, that creature.
Oh, okay.
That's one hell of a nightmare who's got the kids sent. Type of thing that sticks with you, time loop or not. Sucker's big, about round here. Nothing's bigger than the Sandman. The truck, it's finally gone. For real? Wait, you saved me? It isn't. It never happens like this. So in other words, that was him as a boy. He's still having his dreams deep in him.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so wait. So the guy that shot the other guy, that's the same guy.
That's a young boy. That's a young boy.
Okay.
You've been too long running. See, should have found you sooner. Sorry about that, but the good news is, whether you're sleeping or awake, dreams are always following us. They are.
Yes,
sure they are. Some comforting, some inspiring, and some scaring us. But that's where I come in. Because you see, once the Sandman finds you, and it don't matter when, once you walk in with me here, I've always been with you out there. The nightmare was always the same for years. It never stopped. It's always been there, swooping in at the end. He found you, same as he found us. All times linear out here. But in the dream, it's all happening. That powerless con man only has to find you once. Appreciate you're not pulling the trigger, see? Name's Larry Wilton. Folks call me the Sandman. Take my hand, and I promise the bad dreams don't stand a chance. Steve Orlando did this one.
Wow, that's a fun story. So that's a team. They're gonna make a team together for me.
And here's the last one. Jerry Ordway doing the JLA.
Aww.
You sorry excuses for superheroes that has destroyed half of Burbank, and no one is buying your toys. Really? Really? Toys, Lois? The news is only focusing on our mistakes. You know why? Don't let them drag you in, Red. And we repelled an interdimensional attack, Miss Lane. We saved Los Angeles, maybe the world, so dolls are the least of our concerns. Action figures, all the rest of these deals Lois secures for us as our agent fund this clubhouse. The Justice League plan is on life support, people. Doesn't help that those invaders happen to be invisible to every camera in the city. Wait, what about our food budget? We're good there, right? Shazam eats an awful lot. Yep. Food budget is not this discussion, Flash. I agree it is unfortunate that the world only saw the atom rising above the ruins in Burbank. Not that he closed their portal after we corralled the invaders near the side of the breach. Then get your green butt in front of some reporters and tell our side of the story. The testosterone in here is dizzying. Green Lantern won the vote for chairman of the league, Soups. Get over it. Stay out of this, Flash. This is about Lois Lane blaming us for her own problems selling our brand. I'm usually happy to stay out of these squabbles between us, but it's not Lois's fault the Sandman skipped back to his dream world when the spit hit the fan. Nor did she have anything to do with the Atom flying off to Mars to meditate instead of supporting his teammates in the face of this media backlash.
That's Document Head. It's Document reference.
They're gone. You could blame them, throw them under the bus, so to speak, or you could save a busload of cute little toddlers from a natural disaster somewhere. At last, a plan. No, we're not staging anything. We could be helping people instead of obsessing over bad publicity. Flash, I didn't know this was your cake. Honest, don't go just yet. It better save me a slice. I'm going to fix our problem. Or make them worse. Ugh, what a mess. That kid eats a lot. And you too, Shazam. Didn't we hire cleaning service specifically to keep up with the amount of trash they generate? Is it their day off? We fired the cleaner for selling our garbage to a low-rent media website, the National Exposer. Remember they outed us for not eating the brands we're paid to endorse? Big Belly Burger canceled the deal. What a mess. Hey, if they knew my alter ego, Maria Mendoza, worked at the Exposer, I'd lose more than that.
That's funny.
But goodness, we have Snapper Carr, or Lucius Snapper Carr. Crisis management. The Flash seems to think I'm needed here. Guys, listen up. Snapper represented both Sergeant Rock and Plastic Man recently. Sergeant Rock is back with Easy Company, filling stadiums with fans. And Plastic Man, well, he's not in jail. Hello, Lois. You're not hiring him. I hear even his beard is fake. Come on. What she said. Plastic Man was what he was facing. Color me impressed. Mr. Chairman, I appreciate your initiative, Flash. Excellent. This'll be a snap. One more snap and I'll snap it. Shazam, please, let's hear him out. Okay, here's the plan. Jack Ryder, GCB News, here at the Justice League's first press conference since the Burbank incident. Senator Amanda Waller is about to speak. Something just appeared in midair and is attacking the Justice League. Is this Snapper Carr's doing? Unsure. Just hit it hard and we'll compare notes later. Relax, I've got you, Senator. Hey, doof! Surprise! No thanks. I only allow myself one surprise per year. Did Catwoman take this guy down? And did Catwoman take this guy down last year? Maybe. New costume? GL, isolate him. Gotcha. Faraday cage Faraday cage kind of thing. That's the only free shot you get, pal. I've activated my force shield. Nothing gets in or out without my say-so. Hey, what'd you do? My helmet's not working. Batman, do the honors before we lose Bork again. And hey, let me explain. Hold still, you rat. It's not how it looks. It looks bad for you. Lois Lane hired me to put a good show for the reporters. He's lying. He's a con. Ex-con. Served my sentence. But no one will hire me for an honest job. I was desperate. Good. And how good are you at cleaning? We may have a job for you. Miss Lane, you are in big trouble. Sincere apologies to the senator and all of you. We had no part in this stunt, except to be duped by someone who should have known better. The Justice League cannot be a force for good unless you can trust us. Together, we compromise great power, but with that comes a great responsibility to you, the people we serve. The world's becoming too cynical. We get it. JLA wants to be your ray of hope. We hereby pledge to earn back your trust, whatever it takes. Snap, there it is. And you're my next project, Lois. Are they? Yes, they're clapping. Well done, Flash. Applause, applesauce. Anyone else hungry? Hold that pose until they stop clapping. Dinner's on me. Snap, enough said.
The end.
So, what did you guys think about all of this? This entire project?
I think it was really cool.
It's tribute to Stan Lee. In fact, all tribute to Stan Lee. The one that in Superman 1 that was not that great, but honestly.
But even the Superman one, though, was a good. When you realize what it's basing it off of, it's a good one.
Yeah.
When you're thinking about it more, it
now,
makes sense.
I love the JLA one because it felt like that felt like the most legit continuation.
Yeah, that was a continuation tribute to Stan Lee. But the Flash one was my favorite one because that one was really adorable. But it's a great message to people who missed their fathers. And it's a good story. That's my favorite one of all these.
So overall, how was going overall than seeing all of these?
Overall, I think it was good at the trip out of memory lane. It was fun.
Yep. And good ideas all around, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
So good.
Yeah.
The only one that was not good was the Superman one that was not that great. It's just Shazam. But honestly, those two were not that good. But honestly, despite the air, the good.
I get it.
The good ideas.
But and I think the way it built up, though, it still built on each other until it got to Crisis. Even though they had to make a bunch of big leaps of assuming, oh, these guys met up in between issues, which is understandable. I mean, how else are you going to do it?
Right, and he only had a certain amount.
Yeah, I mean, again, when you have Wonder Woman only appears in her book, JLA, and the ending, and the Secret Files and Origins, and the ending.
Yeah.
Where else are you? Where else were you going to fit her up with? Meeting up with Diana Prince, for example,
or Sam Robin, who's a villain.
Yeah.
I personally enjoyed the Easter eggs that were thrown all throughout. Well, okay, we didn't get as many. I noticed on the last half, like when we started covering, we didn't get as many. But when the first origin stories and all that, there were so many Easter eggs. Even to Marvel, it was getting thrown in there.
Yeah,
there's a lot of Marvel being utilized in this.
Yeah,
like
and
Shazam is the Hulk. Shazam is the Hulk.
The Hulk.
Catwoman with Spider-Man. Let's be honest, Catwoman with Spider-Man.
Yeah, I'd give it that. We didn't really have like as far as this one, we didn't have a male comic relief either. You know what I mean? It seemed like she took that.
Even when we have Snapper Carr, he wasn't a comic relief.
Right.
Five the comic relief.
Yeah. But I do appreciate his vision and what he skimmed over some history and wrote out a whole Justice League with just pictures.
And I love how it ended. Really instead of Justice League of America, it's a Justice League for all.
Yeah.
I love that. And that's the other thing. I love how he handled the people here. Instead of Marvel, where they are like, oh, we don't trust them. I mean, that got more in the Tales of the Earth 6, but in the actual Stan Lee one, yes, there were some people who don't trust them, but most of them were starting to get to the point of, why bother? The heroes will show up, things like that.
Yeah, the actual cop said today, like, you guys are idiots. Like, I got to say the
Exactly. I also love how it's still a case of, yes, we're important, but so are you. So Stan Lee knew the inspiration of the DC heroes trumps the Marvel inspiration, because Marvel was never about inspiring. DC was.
Marvel was cynical.
I agree.
And the fact that Stan Lee knew that part, he knew that they were an inspiration. Now, granted, it's still done cynically. Yes.
Some characters.
But
it's a chance to show off his sense of humor. And
like I said, I like the idea of it being in LA instead of New York. It makes sense.
Yeah,
New York is known for being more dreary. LA is known for being bright.
Well, even then, that joke was every character Stan Lee has ever created is in New York.
Because that's where he originally was when he did Marvel. Then once he did this book, he was in LA, so it's like, I'll just use LA.
That makes sense. He writes about his home.
Here's the question now. If you were to rank all 12 of the main books, not counting the Secret Files and Origins, what would you rank them?
Flash is number one. We got the fun story. That was funny and fun. Aquaman number two. I think that was great. Not one of them. It's kind of the wicked one, but I'll put Batman 3. Batman 3.
Batman 3. Okay. What about Crisis?
Crisis? It's a tough one. I'll put Clay on number 4 because I have a fun team up.
Yep. Robin.
I'll put Robin at 6. Robin 6.
6. So what'll be 5? Shazam?
Yeah, I'll put Shazam at 5, even though it's not my favorite.
You have issues with the concept, but the execution was good.
Yeah, the concept I didn't like, but the execution I did fine. That's good.
Okay. What about
Superman?
Wait, did you say Catwoman was 3, right?
I think I went 3. I don't think so.
I just forgot what you said.
Yeah.
But okay, but the bottom, Wonder Woman and Superman are near the bottom, unfortunately, right?
Superman at the bottom because...
Unfortunately, again, I don't blame Stan. I think John Buscema came up with something that Stan had a hard time trying to make it coherent.
Yeah.
And I hate to say this, you could definitely tell that he was on his way, that Buscema was on his way out. Great detail, great artwork. But I don't think his plotting was,
not great.
Structuring. Then again, I don't think his structuring was that good. He could have handled that structuring.
Yeah, animated was even at the weekend one. The structure not that great for the big movie.
Yeah, I know. You always love to bring that Superman book up.
Yeah, I know. But it's an example of Superman as a whole.
Right. But again, I think his Superman was definitely his weakest. His Wonder Woman was good. I still like in concept his Wonder
Personally,
Woman.
for my
It's
ranking, Wonder Woman was high.
Executing wise, it's kind of all the ways. Yep.
Yeah, Wonder Woman is hot, but I also liked Maria as a character.
Yeah,
I said it was high. Like,
high. She was high for you.
The story of Wonder Woman was high, like probably number 1 or 2. Just
Well,
because I like the take on it. They stuck with the deity thing, and this was in the time period where they had finally switched over and made Wonder Woman the son of, or the daughter of Zeus. You know, she had the god powers, the god killers.
Yeah, in this case, she's more like Thor here. She's more like Thor here.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna get at. Like, they took her character, took Wonder Woman, Thor, mixed it together, where she had
and put in Aztec.
Yeah.
And I really liked that because it was such a unique take on it, but it was still the same. You know what I mean? It still felt like.
Would
Wonder
you agree?
Woman.
Superman's probably the weakest, and unfortunately, unfortunately, again, you could tell Stan was struggling. He was you could definitely tell with the writing. He was
with the 2K. Wait. What about Green Lantern?
Green Lantern. Green Lantern. I really liked as well.
Cool.
That's the thing. I think a lot of people think there's a lot of bad in here. I really think it's just Superman that's the real, true weak one.
Yeah,
all of the other ones are really good.
Yeah,
but I do think Sandman was a bit too out there.
Sandman was way too out there. Sandman was very new gaming. That's new
out
gaming.
Of place.
Sandman.
Yeah,
it felt outplayed, but it felt like it was needed though to lead into Crisis though. But it felt like why now do we have this big ship that we haven't skipped since JLA?
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Because when you think about it, you just need JLA, Sandman, and Crisis to actually tell the full story of it all. You don't even need the individual league stories.
Yeah, all we are all inconsequential. You don't need it at all.
Now, here's the question: who's your favorite Church of Empowerment, Eternal Empowerment villain? So you would have from Shazam, Flash, Catwoman,
Superman.
Nope. Because he was still affiliated later on.
Oh, yeah.
Or Batman.
Batman. Yeah, Batman. I have all the villains. I think my favorite one has to be the Batman one because that was more.
My favorite would be the Catwoman one. I thought I thought the Catwoman one was the more clever one.
It was clever. Yeah.
I think Flashman is my favorite because it's funny.
And the Wonder Woman one. That's right. The Wonder Woman guy. I think he was the most evil.
Yeah, I forgot about, was it Gittez?
Yeah, but I would say the Flash, the dumbest. They were the dumbest.
They're so funny.
They were so stupid.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess that's the take on the rogues, you know, like.
Yep.
The rogues is a group of dumb criminals, which they kind of are. Other than Captain Cold.
No, as far as the backups, I definitely like Raymond's brother, Frank's story the best. That was the best one. Yeah, with King's story in the Green Lantern book also next.
That backup story is good. I'll go down.
Yeah, I like most of the backup stories actually. Yeah. Most of the backup stories were really good.
Yeah.
Trevor's story was good. Nick just said Captain Steve.
Yeah.
Trevor.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta admit, his story was actually really cool
and sad.
Yeah, it was sad.
But it's key that he died. I mean, it's important to Diana or Maria's origin.
Yeah.
He dies.
Yeah, exactly. And Gittez was a dangerous villain. But I gotta say, Dark was an interesting villain, wasn't he?
Villain, I'll give him credit.
Morgana though was pointless. Morgana was pointless in the end.
Morgana did nothing. You're jacking shit.
Eye candy.
Yeah, she was eye candy. That's all she was. Eye candy, And why did she have black hair in the Catwoman book?
I don't get it. Also, Dark's plan was confusing because.
Okay. Dark's plan was he was trying to gather up people so he can gain power. So as the Dream Lord, he could then take their souls. So he needed more followers to gain power.
Yeah, but then he's the son of Crisis, I think.
No. Dark is not the son of Crisis. Robin is the son.
Robin's son of Crisis.
No. Sorry. Oracle is the daughter of Crisis. No one else is the spawn of Crisis but Oracle. Okay. Dark was just a human who was given the power of the Dream Lord.
I completely forgot about that.
Robin was a weird one. I didn't like that story.
Yeah, Robin was weird.
Yeah, it was.
That
Especially, I mean, it was. I would say on its own one shot, it was fine. It was by the time you got the Crisis that it was done.
It all falls apart. It really became a villain because
It went.
For Robin, Robin's the weakest part of Crisis. But I liked a lot of Crisis. I like Crisis as a villain. I thought he's like Galactus. He's up there with Galactus and all that.
Yeah. Not just Galactus, but also the Antimatter.
Oh yeah, he's right up there with the Antimatter as well. But I like the fact his name is Crisis. Instead of being a Crisis, he is Crisis.
It's Crisis. The Crisis is Crisis.
Now, what do you think about the whole green energy, purple energy stuff?
It's innocent.
I mean, you need a thematic color. You need a thematic color.
Yeah.
I
think the green stuff was the green.
That would have been taken, so purple would be something different.
Purple evil. I just find that hilarious. Purple evil.
Yeah.
Instead of yellow being evil.
Yeah, it's like Kirby Tackle.
Well, I guess the Black Lanterns are kind of portrayed black and purple, and they're magic.
Yeah, true.
Black and
well, to be fair, purple would be the Star Sapphires again.
Well, that's pink.
Felix
No. Well, no. It was always. No, you're right. No. Yeah. No, but when they pinked, it was a violet.
Oh, yeah, it was violet, my man.
And violet is a shade of purple, my friend.
Yep.
Yeah, violet purple.
Actually, it's blue, but we don't.
Yeah, because technically pink would lean closer towards red. Remember?
Yeah, red rage, blue is hope.
But anyway, so now with the tales from of Earth 6, you can definitely tell this was a love letter for Stan.
Marvel that Jason's birthday. What the heck, Marvel?
Do something like this. This is his birthday month. The fact that this was his birthday. New comics came out on this day.
Yeah, this birthday. And Marvel,
it's just like the George Perez. It's just like the George Perez artwork they did for George's birthday, but they also did it if he died beforehand. The exact same thing. That they went the extra mile here. And it's like Stan Lee didn't even make DC, but they still cared enough for the man that they realized. And again, this was a great love letter. I cannot think any of these stories were bad. Not even from Fitzmartin or Williams.
Yeah,
and you gotta look at the
story with both Wonder Woman and I think Catwoman.
Yeah, the Wonder Woman, Catwoman stories were both good, showing these heroes can do good stories.
If they go in one story, not for an ongoing series, they're all for the plot.
Or being given. I think also they probably kept on a leash, like, don't give me any of your crap. This is not for your crap. This is for Stan.
Yeah, and you know what? He probably respected that too.
And I think that's the other thing. I think people don't give Williams and Fitzmartin credit. They're still comic fans.
Yeah,
they grew up on the same.
And then to be fair, the whole the stuff with Tim. I have to say, Tavia, just let me say, that's just a case where with Tim. It's a case where she's a comic fan who saw Tim being this way, so she's deciding I'm going to take the opportunity and do it.
She ought to tell Young Justice.
Oh no! I agree. It's crap. She's not doing it right, but
can't always hit a home run.
Yeah.
But I will say though that this is a case where though you can't fault her and say she's not a comic fan.
True.
I mean, bringing Bernard of all people in. Oh no! I'm just saying the fact she brought
comics
I'm just saying the fact she brought Bernard. I'm not saying how she did it. I'm just saying the fact she did it. She could have done someone else. She could have made up a character.
That's true. Yeah, it can be much worse.
It might have been better if you did for fans' sake.
Or and the stuff. And now, granted, the stuff. While she's botched a whole lot of callbacks in Dark Crazy Young Justice. Other callbacks though she did get somewhat right. She put her own spin on them. I know. Some she butchered. Others she at least got right, but then put a bad spin on it.
Yeah, it did.
Leaves a bad taste in people's mouths, and they don't come back, and that's the problem.
Exactly. And I think here also is because there wasn't that much for her to mess up with because Catwoman only had 2 appearances, her one book and Crisis.
Yeah, that's true.
So really, there was not much for her to fuck up. Same with Williams. There wasn't much for them to fuck up.
Because it's Stan's birthday.
I mean, at least with Williams, yes, she played the catcalling thing, but it wasn't overly focused. And even then, she still helped the guys and then said, "I'm doing my job, so you can keep doing yours." She didn't say you should be ashamed of yourself. No, she just put it in there. She didn't even dwell on it. It was just a case like what would happen. Then, you would have to like. Hey, I'd like to get her under the mistletoe for the holidays.
Yeah.
So yeah, overall, this and thank you guys for joining me up for this. I think we should start wrapping up. But yeah, this
Yeah.
was a
been
great
a blast.
happy 100th birthday, Stan.
Yeah.
And thank you all for a great 150th lesson. Thank you all for joining, and thank you for guys for sticking around. And we'll see you
Anytime.
all on the next one.
Yep.
Take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye.